Hello, everybody, and welcome to the next session of The Lodge at Endsmeet. It's been a minute since we last played, but I'm sure one of our players is eager to give us a recap for a point of inspiration.
That's me.
Pen.
Because Emily didn't have time to do it today. And
I
I,
didn't
I
have time to do it
gained
today.
a new appreciation and humility taking notes.
You
Oh,
took
God.
notes?
Hey.
That's
More work instead of
double-sided?
actually working. Yeah, you didn't see the other side?
Oh
Oh,
my
I didn't
This
even
is some
god.
me. This
finish.
is some me shit, Pen. I'm so proud of
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna go quickly though.
All
I
right,
was like,
Pen,
I'm gonna
take it
be
away.
succinct, and then I wasn't. So we start in the clearing. Right after the fight, Claudia starts by apologizing to Seeker because she feels like she made a choice for him in saving his life. Seeker says, "No biggie. Also, I can't hear Sarah anymore, so bonus." Call rolls the D100, and then a lizard guy shows up. He seems to be part of the Time Monks, and he just patiently waits, and then catches Call's attention, and they talk, and he's like, "Are you sure about what you did?" And she was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "I'm sorry, your party is crazy." And she was like, "Yeah." And then he left. Um. Oh, before he left, Lizard said, and I'm pretty sure his name was Rashawn, but I wrote Lizard. Lizard tells Artie to hold on to the Anthalar and that it'll matter, and Artie inks. Simic asks if he's officially had 3 character deaths. The answer is yes. We head back to Malachor. Seeker experiences sunlight for the first time. And Claudia shoves Tallow into the sunlight just to be a bitch. And Killian goes in the bag for future questioning. Seeker feeds Joffrey, so we confirm that he is still in existence. Velen cleans everybody. We get back. Koch is waiting for us. Artie flirts a bit. It's awkward. And then the rest of the crew show up, Reverie and Triumph, and we get kind of a precursor to the long speech that Achitari ends up giving about, like, you're a vampire now. Here's what you need to know. And basically, the 2 biggest rules are if you feed, don't kill them and get rid of evidence. And if you do kill them, you have to make them a vampire or you're in trouble. And the big no-no is feeding off another vampire to the point of killing that vampire. You gain immense power, you go a little crazy, and all of vampiredom will come and hunt you down. So don't do that. I also wrote that Seeker was immediately tempted because of hearing that. So shocker. Seeker
He was
licks
very
Velen.
tempted because you could become stronger than a god.
Yep. So he didn't take any of her words of warning to heart. Seeker licks Velen, and then he goes fast for about 5 feet, is what I wrote here. Uh, something. Echo's tokens are all messed up. It was very funny. Teehee, everyone was in the wrong place. Artie propositions Katja to meet him later, as Seeker asks Reverie the same thing. I wrote, Call takes Achitari's speed personally. As in, she was so offended by how quick he was. We get the rundown by Achitari about all of these facts, like the differences between vampires, how the stronger and older you are, the more difficult it is to hide your true nature. Tess asks directly if Seeker could have been resurrected, and Achitari clarifies that he could have been, but the magic necessary to do that is beyond us. It's like a true resurrection or a wish spell, which I don't think Tess or anyone in the party can cast at the moment, because the soul dies when you're drained completely by a vampire. So him becoming a vampire was literally the only thing to save him. And Claudia and Artie felt relieved because they didn't make the wrong choice. Although that's still a conversation that needs to be had, I think. Ashtar explains the blush. Not for Artie. Artie's good. He feels satisfied. Architari explains the blush. He explains ghouls. Seeker is immediately intrigued by the thought of having someone beholden to him, I guess. Weirdo. Achatari promises to kill him if he ever commits diablerie, and Simic promises that he won't. There's a private roll against Achatari's insight. We don't know what that was. Uh, Achatari promises that he's going to help us with Shadowstead by sending Rev Crew with us. And we're probably going to do that today, hopefully, if we leave Malachor at any point someday in the future. Artie gives Achatari a gift and compliments. Yeah, it's a lighter shaped like a frog. Artie compliments Achatari for being a, quote, reasonable asshole, which is, such a compliment.
That's not what he said.
He said, you're an asshole, but you're reasonable about it.
Absolutely what he said.
Oh. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a
We go
dark
back to the
mirror
whiskey
you're looking
dip.
in, huh?
Artie gets a room and wine for Katja. She agrees to the proposition. She's impressed by his straightforwardness and doesn't seem put off by the manicness, which is great. Tess puts Velen to sleep. Cauldron is held captive in a manic explanation of everything that's happened in the past month and what's going to go forward. It is not yet known if she retained any of that information because it was coming from Artie. Seeker asks for advice from Reverie about being a vampire and also what it means to serve Nyx as a paladin because he refuses to read her book, which apparently has all of the information he could possibly have, but he's a little self-conscious that he's dumb now. Oh, Artie, important note. You are vulnerable to bludgeoning damage for the next day-ish because of your time with Katja.
And they have exhaustion.
And you have exhaustion. He's vulnerable to bludgeoning damage. Claudia and Seeker talk before bed. She explains that she is upset with someone in the party and doesn't know how to tackle that. Seeker says, just be honest and talk about it. She says, okay. But she explained that she was really upset that Simon got away because she felt like it was one of her chances to figure out where she came from and who her parents are. And that him getting away was sad and that, you know, maybe Tool could have helped out finding Simon, but he is no longer with us. Seeker sleeps in a chair. I don't know why. That wasn't clarified. After Tess tucks Velen in, Tess falls asleep after binge drinking, and when Velen wakes up, she takes the bottle, assuming they're going to talk about that later. Artie and Katja are noisy, it says here.
Yeah.
Seeker gets new armor in the morning. It's studded leather fire resistance and scrap for Joffrey. They form a bond. Joffrey can talk to Seeker now. The party gets 70 platinum each from Baron Noark. And that's when I stopped taking notes, which is about the time we go to the core list, Night Core list, Taylor Shop, Temple of Vale, to get information. I was hoping maybe, I don't know, Emily, you couldn't do the re-listen like you wanted to, but it's your thing, so I figured you might.
It is indeed my thing. Alas, I was not able to do anything today, and I am sorry. However, it does. I mean, like I will re-listen to it. Obviously, like this is Tess's thing, but I don't remember a lot of the
He
stuff that we
basically
talked about.
explained that there
He
were
essentially-
8 of the things, 8 of the soul stones. 2 of them have been used on Tessa's dad and some other guy, which sparked Cal doing this whole thing in the first place because obviously there was like stuff going on.
It also I think Tess put together that it seemed like since there were 8 of them, Tess immediately was like, oh, is this the
One
Delecto
for
and the
each.
Sisto? It seems one for each of the gods. It seemed like they were maybe going to be part of a ritual. I can't remember if that was what was said or that's just what Tess thinks.
Tess thinks that. She asked why the
Yeah.
patron or the client would do this, and he's like, I didn't
He was
ask.
like,
I
I
don't
don't know.
care.
We just do what we
I'm
do
just here to
until-
get the souls in the stones.
How many
I-
months did he give us? He gave
3.
us
He gave us a
3.
hold
So
of 3 months.
So we do have a time limit on this to like make, and like basically they'll just keep enforcing the contract. It doesn't necessarily mean that the thing will be complete. It just means that we have some time to figure out what the fuck is going on and
Basically,
maybe stop it.
the fortune of the item that Cal had to give bought us 3 months of time, in which case they won't pursue the contract unless the client gets suspicious that nothing's being done, in which case they might have to start sooner. But he said about 3 months, in which case we either figure out how to get the client to draw back their contract on their own to save the 7th Trellis's face and reputation, or we kill them and then the contract is null.
Right. But in order
Yes.
to well, yeah, we also have a dragon fight that we have to go to. Like we've got a lot of stuff to do. I feel like Shadowstead first is like our first thing.
That's on the way back.
It's on the way back anyway.
Hop in, little Shadowstead visit.
But yeah, so we like test. The other frustration is that we don't actually have a direction really.
Yeah.
Like we have to.
Other than we need to figure out who Arkin is, and that's
yeah,
their
we
like
need to figure out who
thieves'
Arkin is, and
name.
that's like really the only we don't have really a whole lot to go on. Archon. So
okay, thanks.
we're
Joe Magniella's character.
Oh.
So that's
campaign 1.
So that's where we're at with that. But at least we got a stay of. I mean, we literal stay of execution. So that's
basically for the next victim on the list.
For the next 3 days.
And we leave with Seeker purchasing new long johns and stepping out of the tailor shop temple to Vale with the idea that, okay, we've taken care of that. I guess we're going to go get Reverie's crew and head out to Shadowstead again. And that is my recap.
Okay, well done. I think you've basically covered everything. You guys are in Malachor proper. Let me go ahead and pull up the splash. You have a lot to do, and not a whole lot of time to do it in. You're heading, or at least you're planning to head to Shadowstead, which, does anyone recall how far away that is, out of curiosity?
Couple days.
It was a couple of days, I think.
No, it was longer than that.
It's like 2
It was
weeks.
It was 2 weeks. It was the half.
Oh.
It was the halfway point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before anything else, as all this talk of Shadowstead is occurring, Cauldron!
Hello, yes.
I need a history roll from you, please.
Okay. Oh, what? New character. It's been so long. Who's this?
Who
What's
am
happening? Bam.
Nice.
Pretty good. 26.
Damn.
With a
damn,
26, Cauldron, there is a reason your attention has been in this area. Shadowstead, within the last few months, it's hard to tell in the sands of time, but you have had visions of alien magic bending not time but space around the area of Shadowstead. Magic that shouldn't work, but does. It's one of the reasons why this was an important location and time frame for you to investigate. And while you didn't know exactly where or why, you know that this group was tied to it.
Hey.
You know that they caused a disruption at a certain point in time that changed the events in Shadowstead.
Oh.
And this is the
Wonder what that
path
was.
that they are taking.
Okay. So when you say that there's alien magic, what does that mean to Cauldron, who's from the astral plane?
Magic that is not wrought of human, celestial, or mortal hands. Magic that is not of any of the local planes. Magic that is not of this
Yeah.
dimension.
Ooh, okay.
Dope.
You can roll me another history check if you'd like.
Heck yeah.
DC's pretty high, though.
Got this.
Probably not. Nope.
11.
11.
So, there's been lots of all sorts of magic, and all the planes have different kinds of magic tied to them. With an 11, you just know that the magic that you saw in your visions was extremely weird.
Okay.
Stuff that didn't behave like the weave usually wants to.
It's like totally weird, you know?
Ah.
It's a good explanation for an 11. It's
Cauldron.
weird.
If Cauldron ever teehees, we have to murder her. 'cause
It's the wrong
Yeah.
timeline.
Yeah, that would be like a doppelganger for sure.
Cauldron.
Okay.
I do.
Ho ho ho.
I do want to do 2 quick things that do not have to be played out. Before we left the tailor store, I want to get some good fabrics and just grab Banasite.
From the tailors.
100 wherever. It doesn't have to be RP.
You don't have to roleplay that out, but yeah, you can spend the gold that you need to get those.
I thought
Okay,
you were
cool.
flat broke from your night with Katja.
We just got
We got
70
paid.
platinum.
Oh, I forgot about that.
I'm getting
Even
150
though I said it in the recap.
gold. You know what? I'm gonna get 250 gold in whatchamacallit, in Banasite.
Okay.
Echo,
Yes.
did you pay me before or after I got my new armor?
You got your
After.
armor, and then you got paid.
Okay, I was just making sure.
Yeah, I remember
I
you
remember
making
that
the
being
comment,
thing.
I should have gotten paid first.
Ah,
Yeah, yeah.
that's fine.
I hope
You
so.
pretty much even swapped it with a little bit extra money for what you had.
All right. So you guys are out in Murky Point, one of the less guarded, kind of less dense districts of Malachor. What do you do?
Did we have anything else we needed to do before leaving?
I mean,
No.
I kind of wanted to go see Great, but now.
Okay, right.
I mean, you would have to find the right grade.
Yeah, I know. That's why it's not really important. I just wanted to say bye. I didn't want to leave town without, letting them know.
You can
Is
ask.
the
I mean,
town
Tess could send him a
gossiper.
message if if it was that important. Not to volunteer your abilities,
I mean,
Tess.
he's a good guy, so probably. We'll talk about it later. It's fine.
We're,
Tess kind of
we're sort of
raises an eyebrow.
we're sort of about to ride out, so maybe spending our
Maybe
magic
keep
on
all of your
silliness.
utilities. Yeah.
If only we had like
I mean, I love silliness.
crystal
Don't get me
or
wrong. I am,
something.
made of silliness. Just
Well, when we don't have a dragon in the month and a contract in 3 months,
time,
we can come
and a place.
back. Yeah.
Whatever.
So, is this the moment where we're talking about leaving the city? Because that is the moment that we part ways.
No,
Cal?
I forgot that you
Yep.
couldn't come with us for this.
That
part.
was the plan. I have to go back to Talca.
That
Right.
was the plan.
Wait, did you give him the over the table? Did we give the thing we needed to the guy?
Yeah,
That was
that
last.
bought us
That was
the
the end of
time.
last session. That's what bought us the time.
That's why
yeah.
we got.
Oh, okay.
Tess kind of looks at Cal and says, "Are you gonna still help us with this in Taka if you can find anything?"
Oh, absolutely. I'll be in touch as far as anything that I find. I'll be still looking into the Gledlack and those who might be opposing it, and I really need to know if there's a way to pull someone out of a soulstone. So I'm going to be researching that. It's part of my original business. So I'll reach out to you with any information that I find, but you're always welcome. As Claudia pointed out, you can always send a message.
I will. I'll miss you though. It's been nice to.
Oh,
see
come
you.
here. Cal just pulls you up into a hug. I've missed you too. Trace will be proud.
Oh, don't say that until it's true.
I know him. They would.
Okay. Hey, I like your present tense there. That's good. That's good.
Optimistic.
I do my best. Now you take care of yourself, you take care of your friends.
I always do.
And let them take care of you.
She rolls her eyes.
Less likely, but still doable.
You know Cal's going to be a lot safer on his own than with us.
Ain't that the
Probably.
truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Statistically, yes.
And it's all of
I'm
you.
gonna
It's
give.
been really nice working with you.
What are you saying, Tess?
I was going to give Cal like all 10 of my good berries, even though that's overkill and not necessary. But
Are you
that's
trying to kill me?
That's Tess for you.
I'm gonna have... My stomach's gonna be fit to burst in after I've eaten 4.
Right? Maybe she's trying to tell you
Pace
to gain
yourself.
some weight.
No,
What?
I am trying. What I want is
I choose my form!
they just become regular berries, and it's good to have a snack.
I'll think of you every time I eat one.
That's what I wanted. Yep.
No,
Love you.
of course. I love you, Tess. And for reals, if I find out any of you failed to keep her safe... Oh, he like does the eye pointing thing, and then he says, I'll miss you all. Take care, Wild Hearts.
Take
Okay,
care,
bye.
pal.
Seeker puts
Okay.
Joffrey in his hand and he goes, "All right, Joffrey, say goodbye."
In your head, Joffrey goes, "Wah!" But out loud, Joffrey just goes, "Wah!"
Oh,
That's really cute, though. That's so cute, though.
It's
Hey,
so-
he said bye.
I could tell. It seemed like he meant it. Here. And he gives him a spoon out of his mess kit.
Aw.
Aw.
All right.
Hell yeah.
This is getting hard enough as it is. I can't be seen crying on the way to the docks. Wish you all the best.
All right, take
Okay,
care.
okay. Hang on. I have
Oh,
to do something now.
fuck. I...
Velen is just going to pull out her paint, and she's very quickly going to sketch out a spoon, and she's going to put a smiley face on the back with the magic paints. And she's going to give Cal a smiling spoon. All right, now you can go. I have to mark this off now.
You know, I didn't know what I was waiting for, but it was worth it. Thank you.
That's the villain. That's the villain way.
He tucks the smiling spoon into his mess kit. I'll miss you all.
Well, you
Good
needed
luck.
a spoon. All right. Good luck.
Bye.
And Cal leaves the party.
No.
Tess is small Tess. Yeah.
Was he not a part of your group?
Right,
It's a long
temporarily.
story.
Ah,
Oh, Carl, did you even meet him or like? I mean, no, I know we've been like together for a few hours now or like a day, but like, did you guys
yes,
ever
we
say
spoke
hi?
several times,
Oh, okay.
mostly about you.
Oh, it's probably good things.
The copium.
hmm It's probably good things, right?
I'm more of a fan of Diet Coke.
Oh my God.
So we need.
Calder just looks pleased with herself, like she might have been making
Yeah.
a joke.
Yeah,
Might have
Tess,
been.
I was gonna say Tess definitely clocked that was a joke.
All right. So we need to.
We need Reverie in her.
Yeah, we need to gather up the rest of the crew.
You think this town's gonna be good for a month without Reverie in them?
They've got other people, right? They have to have a backup sheriff.
I mean, like the day shift one, right?
Do they
Right.
have-
Well, I don't think he'd send her if they wouldn't manage.
Yeah,
Good point.
I
I'll
think
stop
that's
thinking
true.
about it ever again.
I mean,
Right,
she's
There
only
you
been.
go.
Seeker, you said she's only been sheriff for like a year. What did they do before her?
I'm
Hey,
sure-
really,
Who
they
cares?
were
Not our
alright.
problem.
Right.
Yeah,
Already
not our problem anymore. No,
lost.
he made a really good point. I mean, why waste any brain power thinking about it anymore?
I agree.
You,
Right, see,
you think
he's
if we go
smart.
to the compound, we're gonna find them?
Yeah, sure.
What?
Go.
Okay.
I start walking.
Right.
Actually, I get on
It's not that
deck.
way.
Ow.
Barry.
Oh, it's time for a ride. Perfect.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Do you think...
Got some
Oh, I
snacks.
smell a bakery. Oh, it's moving. Do you think maybe?
Yeah, we can stop in there. We stop in the bakery.
Nice, nice.
Okay. All distractions aside, as you make your way towards the compound looking for the Reverie crew, you guys can just roll an investigation check to see if you can spot any of the three.
Everyone?
Already
I don't-
do it.
I don't
I
care.
got a
27.
-1. I ain't doing
I'm gonna
Anybody who wants to can.
because I want to be involved.
Do it.
I rolled
just-
bad.
Yell really loud. Reverie!
Oh, 31.
I was gonna be like, just let Artie do it. If she'll roll a million,
Damn,
it'll be
I got a
fine.
21
find
and
it
he's
immediately.
still- Amazing.
It's
The 5. Tess isn't even looking. She's like, he's got this.
Tess is not worried about this.
With that
Seeker's
31
broken.
investigation, I am walking down the street saying, Reverie! Reverie!
I mean,
Eventually she'll hear it.
It takes
a
about
way to do it.
It
Or
takes about
murder
10
you.
minutes. Yeah. You guys are making your way down the road. You get past one of the inner gates, and as you do, you're calling out Reverie, and you, like, suddenly from next to you, Artie, you hear, "What?" She's standing next to you, looking at
Guys, I
you,
told you.
slightly accosted.
I told you that'd work. Don't you guys have like really good hearing?
You're very smart.
I have the
Not
same hearing as anybody
dogs.
else.
Oh shit. Alright, well it worked still.
Yes, I
where are
heard you
now?
shouting my name from 2 alleys
Yeah.
over.
Yeah. Sorry about that. Have you seen Great lately?
The Secret's Kobold.
Yeah.
Of course.
No, he's typically chooses different areas of the city every day.
Okay.
That was not
Yeah.
actually why we were looking for you.
All right.
We're getting
Take out a
we're
piece of
getting
paper. Write a note and just drop it in the grate.
Oh my god.
He might find it.
Yeah, he'll
Here-
find it.
we're getting ready to leave so that we can go to Shadowstead, and we were going to talk to you about that.
Perfect. I believe we were, tasked to travel with you to handle this affair,
Yes.
as there is a blood tithe that has been soiled by foul play, I believe.
Yes.
We could also use your presence as kind of a PR move for the locals.
I'm sorry?
Mhm.
What do you mean?
Well, she looks at Artie.
Rever, you know what happened last time we went there, right?
I don't know
I
how.
don't.
Right. Well,
There may be some wanted posters with our faces on them.
Yeah.
Ah, yes, like
I mean, we explained it
Jillian
all
had.
to Mr.
Yeah.
Lord Achitari.
Mm-hmm.
It would still be good for Reverie to know what
Yeah,
she's
yeah, yeah.
walking into, so
You
that
want me
it
to
is.
explain it?
You
I
don't have to
am.
in
I would
character.
be. I would be
Pull out the
fascinated.
poster.
I would be fascinated to hear
Artie
how
goes
Artie explains that.
on a manic tangent about how they were not in the wrong. The town was all corrupt. Everything was working against them, and they were forced to
Cauldron.
throw a bomb. And how the guards were stupid because they attacked
Cauldron
a person with a bomb.
Nods and says, "This is how terrorism is always explained."
What? It's not. No. Nah, it's only terrorism if they're good people.
A Hander
That is-
Seeker's wanted poster.
Ah,
Mm.
okay. Okay, the murder of guards, destruction of property.
I do feel bad about the property.
Right.
I mean, I feel bad about the guards too, but
Potential
like,
civilians in the buildings next door.
Let me explain to you what I was explained by Lord Achitari. Shall I? Might make that a little easier. I was told Torek Dougal, the owner of a blood tithe nobility, has had it wronged. His oath was broken by someone other than him. And so I have been tasked to go there and make it right, either by renewing his blood tithe nobility or by, destroying the one that soiled it.
Mhm.
As are the ways of justice in Malachor.
He's currently a kind of revenant,
Huh.
but it wasn't like it shouldn't have been revenants at the time that it happened. It wasn't possible. So something else happened, and I don't understand how. But I have his ring, which is what I showed to Lord Ashitari.
Right.
And well, I showed it to you too, but then I you know what I mean.
Yes, I recall that. Why
So-
don't you gather your supplies, ready yourself for travel? It is a couple of weeks to Shadowstead. I will gather up my crew. We will meet at the Murky Point Gate in an hour.
Sounds good.
Excellent. Then I will see you then. And she parts ways.
We gotta get peanut butter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm sure he misses you.
That's an efficient food for traveling.
It's
Peanut
of
butter's
course-
not food.
Right? It's a horse.
Peanut butter is food. You
I'd rather
named
die.
You named the horse after the food.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
even though it's more of a like a chestnut color, but
I know.
Well, we have all our stuff on us, right? So we just need to go to the stables.
Yeep.
I don't know. Is that true?
I-
Are there any supplies you want to pick up, or are you going?
We
I
don't
need
have
another
to-
bottle of whiskey.
Do you?
So well, he gave away his bottles because he thought he couldn't drink them anymore.
That I did.
Yeah, we can go get some supplies for the road, some foods.
Yeah, don't we need like? I mean, I don't really want to go shopping for calculating rations, but yeah.
Yeah, I do.
How
think
Yeah, no,
much?
and we can just
Insert
like
money amount.
Can
Yeah,
we
we
just
can
like
just say-
assume
Yeah,
a
can we just
certain
like,
amount of like
send a
not
certain amount
being
of-
incompetent?
Yeah.
Yeah.
One of you is gonna be my food, so I don't really need it.
Did you say that in character?
Thank you
No.
for that. Thank you
No,
for
I did
that,
not.
Simic.
What have you?
One of you is gonna be my food.
That was Mac on Katja. She's clearly into it.
She is somebody else's.
She's already somebody
can't.
else's goal.
Yeah.
She's already like.
Right. Just spoken for.
I got 2 weeks to make one of you guys my thrall.
You're really selling it, Simic.
Good
You're
luck
really
with that,
selling it
Chief.
so much. Good luck.
I will punch out all your blood.
Anybody but Cauldron.
Okay.
Well, I think we do a little shopping and then we get peanut butter.
So what do you guys
Yep.
go and get?
Just like
Food.
Water.
rations,
You're getting
normal
rations and travel
supplies.
supplies. Okay,
Yeah,
you get
rations
enough
and travel
supplies.
supplies.
Special.
I
You-
get peanut butter, the food.
Okay.
Echo, I really need to emphasize this, okay? The strongest whiskey money can buy.
Roll an investigation.
Oh, I'm gonna have Artie come with me and help me.
Oh yeah, I can find you some whiskey.
Okay.
Whiskey.
Artie, please roll me investigation.
Yep,
God.
37.
All right.
I feel
Artie,
really bad about this plus 19.
why?
I don't know. I can't fail.
You can.
Yeah,
Can trust
Oh,
me.
okay.
Don't say you can't.
There are things that investigation is not the right skill for. Don't you
right,
worry.
right.
It doesn't take you long, Artie. You incite that the most likely place to get a really fine, really strong whiskey is likely a dwarven liquor store.
Dwarves, yep.
And so you basically head straight to the nearest one that you see. You and Seeker. When you're there, you find that an extremely potent whiskey, one that hails from Condinos, is known as Dragon's Tears. It is unlike any other whiskey you've ever seen, Seeker, in that the bottle is perfectly clear, but when sunlight glances off it, it sends a dazzling prismatic light out onto the floor around it. A bottle of Dragon's Tears is 95 gold pieces.
Woof.
You take that?
We take 2 of them actually.
That's why no one had any money when Claudia was dead, because people don't know how to save.
Okay, you buy 2 bottles of Dragon's Tears. Let me know when you drink it.
Will do.
Threatening sentence.
I actually would like to get some diamond. I would like to get at least one more diamond, so we have one
That's
more diamond.
probably fair.
Okay, you stop by a jeweler's. How much
Yep.
of a diamond are you buying?
I mean, I need I want a revivify diamond, so 300. What is that?
I'll give you
300
100 gold.
Sure, you can buy a revivified diamond.
Only do 200. I'm giving you 100.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Yeah.
I will be pretty tapped for money after that.
For the party,
Cauldron also gives you 100 gold for that.
Oh,
Oh, thank you.
I'll put
Appreciate-
300 gold in and buy a diamond.
oh my God, Seeker, you have no money
roll.
left.
Hold on. Roll me a d4, please.
See if they actually have
Yeah.
the diamonds.
More diamonds,
True,
yeah.
that's
Got it.
Oh, I
Oh, sorry. Go
Who was
for
it?
it. We can. The sneaker got there first.
They have more diamonds. You can buy another.
Okay, so 2, I'm assuming.
Yes, you guys have 2 revivified diamonds. I'd also like to point out that travel supplies for 3 weeks is going to be about 100 gold pieces. If you
Sure,
spring
totally.
for the fancy rations and quality drink, it's 130.
Let's just get average.
Divided by 6.
Yeah,
21 gold and 6 silver each.
I can do that.
Perfect.
Unless somebody wants to buy it all, but.
I got Valens. I got Valens portion of it.
Alright, I'm
Ugh.
taking out 21 gold and silver.
All right, this includes camping supplies, road food for your horses, anything that you really need. You can say that you have it because of this purchase.
Got it.
Is there anything else you guys want to do in Malachor before you make your way toward the gate?
I'm down to 200 gold. Let's get the fuck out of here.
Okay, you head to the stables. If you recall, the small stable hand, a young boy who looks maybe 16 years old, sees you all approaching, and he says, "Are you here for peanut butter?"
Yeah.
One moment, and he runs to the back. It's quick. It seems like most
Claudia
of that.
does excited tippy taps like a dog.
We had more
Most-
than just peanut butter, right? I think we had.
You
We
had
had cards. Yeah, we
you had a
other
cart and
horses,
several
yeah.
horses. He brings them out one at a time. It seems like they were out in like the pasture behind the stable. They weren't roped up so they could kind of graze freely. And as they pull them around, most of the horses seem indifferent. They all look brushed and well cared for. And your cart is exactly as you left it here. When Peanut Butter sees you, Claudia, her head seems to perk up, and you hear in your mind, "Hi." I think Claudia just
Sorry.
disconnected.
It was really laggy. Sorry, could you repeat the last thing you said?
Peanut Butter just looks up at you, her head perks up, and she says, "Hi."
Oh, Claudia runs and gives her a hug. Right around the neck.
She does the horse,
Horse hug.
the horse hug thing where she like tucks her snout behind your back and pulls her toward you.
Oh.
You guys have your stuff.
Now we wait.
It doesn't
Well,
take
we
long.
have to, we go to the right gate.
Now
right
we
there.
wait.
So I remind you, you cannot actually bring your horses into the city proper, which is the whole point of this stable situation. So you go to the outside of Murky Point Gate, where it only takes a few minutes before Reverie and her crew appear. They have changed into traveling clothes. They don't actually look a whole lot different. But Triumph is wearing armor. Reverie looks pretty much the same. And Koch's rifle is tucked away, and instead she has a quarterstaff. Other than that, they look pretty similar to how you've seen them. What is going on here? Oh.
That's money. Have you guys left Malachor in a while?
Every so often for small things, but it's been a while since we've been as far down the road as Shadowstead.
I hope you have fun, I guess.
Well, we're sticking to the road and we are keeping our noses out of trouble, aren't we?
Claudia looks at Artie.
Ha.
We can hope so.
Yeah, whatever you said. I wasn't listening. Sorry. I agree, though.
Uh-huh. Right. One moment while we fetch horses, and then we can be on our way.
I guess they don't have their own horses.
I mean,
Why would they have their own horses? They live and work
Really?
in a city where you can't have them.
Sounds sad.
It doesn't take long before all of you are making your way out of Malachor, saying goodbye to the city that you spent a good amount of time in, or at least it feels like that much.
2 days.
Has it only been
I
2-3
think
days?
it's been about 3 days.
Oh my god.
They were
Feels like
very-
months.
It was a very long 3 days.
No
We did a lot
kidding.
of. Well, I
Really
mean,
Two
went
people
that
died in
way.
3 days. We're great at this, guys.
Hell yeah.
Holy shit.
It is chilly, as it is the winter, but it is not snowing on your departure from Malachor. And as such, I will pull up the road splash. I've seen this map a bit. Right on the Strife March, right outside of Malachor. Okay.
As soon as we get in the cart, I am going to start working on that thing I messaged you about.
Fair enough. Go ahead and give me a crafting check to start.
Okay.
Claudia, I believe you're driving again?
21.
Claudia, are you driving?
I believe Pen is likely lagging again.
Yeah, she's stuck
yeah,
on her
it looks
face.
like she's lagging. Didn't we have her driving because of
Sorry. Hello?
Hello?
Yep, we hear you now. 21
You
plus
better
slash
talk to
genius,
her.
so
I was driving.
26.
Okay. Oh, he's...
Yeah.
It's coming out exactly as you hope.
Okay. Whenever it's complete, I will explain what it is.
Okay.
And is it going to require attunement?
Let me look at what you were hoping for. I don't think so.
It's an activate on and off type of situation.
No.
And is that good
It's
with
not
everything
attunement.
else?
I'm not sure what you mean.
The details, the minus.
Yeah,
one, when
it's
on.
I've already
Okay.
it's fine. Honestly.
Okay, cool. So as you see, he's working with some banisite and some cloth materials. Kind of looks like some fine fabric, almost like maybe spider silk or something like that. Really nice fabric. And after he completes it, he looks over at Seeker. Hey, big guy, I know you got your long johns and shit, but that doesn't really help all the time. So here, I made you something, and it is like a black with almost like a shine to it hood. And he gives it to him. I gotta think of a name for it. Shadow Hood. Just that sounds too close to Shadowstead.
Artie's
Artie's Shadow Hood. Yeah.
All right. Well, what?
So you put it on your head first off. I thought that was kind of self-explanatory because it's
No, right. Yeah. Right.
Yeah. So pretty much, as long as you have your gloves and your other shit on, it's gonna pretty much stop that sunlight from getting through. There's like a little way that you can turn it on, and it kind of impairs your vision a little bit, but it stops the sunlight so that your little kindred shit doesn't hurt you. And this is mechanically what it does.
Our Hood of Night, Hood of Shadow.
I found it online. I thought it was a cool idea.
-1 to all checks.
So pretty much, it's an action to turn it on or off. But when you have it on, you won't be affected by the sunlight bullshit as long as the rest of your body's covered up.
Right. Okay.
But
Cool.
there's got to be some kind of downside to it. So yeah, so now you could just be like a normal person again.
All right. Well, let's check it out, and he'll put it on his head.
So what you see is the hood goes over normally, just a regular hood, and when you activate it, it almost has this light glow to it, and like the fibers kind of entangle over, so it's a fully covered mask. But you can still, it's a little bit like sheen, so you could kind of see through it, like from the outside in. You can see pretty good. It does cover some of your vision on like peripherals and shit, hence those minuses on the checks, but yeah.
Right, this is fucking fancy.
Only the finest for you.
Right, well, I owe you.
Yeah, you do. How about that? I wasn't gonna ask, but you do.
Right, but what?
I'll figure that out.
2 bottles
All right.
of expensive whiskey.
2 bottles of your finest whiskey.
And no, you can drink with me, but they're not yours.
Okay, I'll take that.
All right. Well, shit, you want one? You want some now?
No. It's the morning. Fuck it.
Didn't we just
Yeah,
like
right.
literally
What you got
just
to
start?
do?
Yeah, that's a good point. I don't gotta drive.
I poured me and him a drink of the dragon's tears.
As soon as you begin to pour it, a rich, very heady and potent smell of it's kind of a sweet cedar-like smell that fills the air. And as it pours, even though you're riding, or he's riding in the cart and you're shaking, the liquid pours in a perfect laminar flow, like a perfect flow of fluid. It's kind of bizarre. As it pours, if you drink it, I need to know if you're drinking it quickly or if you're trying to savor the taste.
Well, if it tastes good, he'll sip it. If it's
I'm gonna
real strong and
snifter
it
it.
tastes like alcohol, he's gonna down it.
It does taste very strong, but it does not burn.
Oh, I'm gonna be sipping like a snifter.
Okay.
Like,
First, Seeker, I need a con save for the blush.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
23.
Successful. And I need a con save for the dragon's tears.
No.
I'm sipping mine, so we're good. 23 for me.
Artie also gets like what, +4 because of being in proximity to Seeker.
True.
Oh yeah, 27.
Seeker, the dragon's tears cut through you. You feel as though you're just a little wee Goliath having your first sip of smoky whiskey out of somebody else's liquor cabinet. You feel this alcohol cut into your veins so fast. You're almost immediately dizzy. And then the dizziness goes away and everything is just a little funny to you. As if everything anybody says is part of an inside joke that you heard yesterday. It's all right.
That.
You're
Sigurd
drunk.
just giggles. Right. That's the good shit right there.
Artie, as you're sipping it, you get a similar feeling, but you're not immediately drunk. You are a much smaller creature, but your con save was really good. You feel this is extremely potent whiskey. It is not going to take much to get anybody hammered on this. Because you are buzzed and not drunk, you get some bonuses, Artie.
Oh, nice.
You gain resistance to fire damage.
Nice.
Oh.
Damn. Okay.
Wow.
Your wisdom and strength checks and saving throws are increased by 1.
Nice.
Though your charisma checks and saving throws are decreased by 1.
Okay. Got it.
They are that way for the next hour or longer if you continue to drink.
Okay.
Seeker, because you are immediately drunk, you do not get any of the benefits or negatives.
That is fine.
Man, give me that so I could have -3 charisma.
As you guys are riding out, it's comfortable. Peaceful, almost, I dare say. As you make the first few hours out of Malachor, I'm going to ask someone to please roll me a D100.
Dibs.
You jinxed us by saying it was peaceful, Echo.
23.
Yep, we're fucked.
The same as Artie's con save.
Hell yeah.
23, huh?
I hate when you say it like that.
A great number.
It's Dooch's favorite number because it's his birthday.
Okay, so you're all on the road. I'm going to ask... I'm going to pull up the marching order map, and I'm going to ask everyone to please indicate where you are in the marching order. So, one moment while I place you.
I'm in the
Seeker
cart.
is usually always near the front.
Claudia's
We're
in the
not in a
front
cart?
because she's steering the horses.
Yes, Claudia is driving.
You know where I'm at.
Hello.
Hello?
Sorry. Friend is here to help me with the move thing. Give
Oh,
me 2 seconds.
move.
Ah.
I want to be in the middle.
Okay.
Okay, fine.
Velen, you're not still exhausted, are you?
Now she's dead.
Holy
Sorry,
shit.
it went the wrong way. Calm down, everyone. Good God.
I
She had
still
4
have
points.
drain
Should have
Yes, you're still
from
drained, but you're not
Seeker
exhausted.
eating me, but I'm not exhausted anymore.
Got it. Okay.
And I'm also not flying anymore because that
Yeah.
only lasts for a minute.
I took care of that.
Thanks.
So I believe the way, if I remember this loadout, the way you guys were traveling, you have a cart that can fit, I think, 3 people and 1 driver. And then everyone else was on their own horse. There were 2 additional horses in addition to Peanut Butter, who's pulling the cart. Okay, so
Peanut butter.
I'm going to assume Artie, Seeker, Claudia, and who else is in the cart? That's 1 more person.
Probably
I
Velen.
We
imagine
can have
Tess-
someone from the Reverie crew.
Velen can still be in the cart.
I
I'm
think
happy to be on
I
a
was
horse.
going to say that Velen was on a horse, but since she's still drained, it would probably be a good idea to put her ass in the cart.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a good idea to put her out in
So-
the cart. I agree.
Oh boy.
She's spectating Giggles 1 and Giggles 2.
Yeah. So, Cauldron and Tess, you two are top horses. Cauldron, have you ever ridden a horse before?
I feel like no. I was like, Cauldron might just be walking. She's like, I'm good.
Well, jogging.
I go pretty much as fast as a horse. This is fine.
Sorry.
My move speed's 55. I think I could probably walk.
Okay.
Cauldron's just like, I'm not doing any of this shit.
It's good cardio.
Cauldron, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay.
Is she within 10 feet of me?
No.
Probably not.
I also need one from Tess.
Okay.
Luckily, I'm. okay
Tess,
with-
this is actually going to be from your horse.
Okay.
So
How
roll me a
much does my
d20
horse-
plus 2.
Okay.
Oh, that's not great.
Oh,
What
call.
were you saying, Call?
Shut up.
Hey.
12 and
Hey, we got
12.
the same.
At 14, I didn't add +2, so 14 for Tess.
Okay.
And
As
horse.
you guys are making your way down the road, there is a curve. And as you're following it, the cart kind of meanders to the left side of the road, just on the inside of the curve. And as such, Cauldron, I need you to make a decision here. You're forced to either step off the road on the left side of the cart and walk through the underbrush, or go to the right side next to Tess, so you're still on the road, but not squished off of it into the underbrush.
Mm,
I cannot find it.
I'm gonna go in the underbrush.
But I can,
Okay,
cannot.
Cauldron.
I've been looking for
Yep.
it.
You step off the road, and as soon as you do, as soon as the cart moves past that, your foot gives way through the soil. Someone or something dug a pit, and you fall into it. Your dex save was a 12, which was not enough.
How deep of a pit?
We're getting there.
Oh no.
Everyone else sees Cauldron just gone. Tess, you whip around to look, and as you're about to react, suddenly your horse rears as perhaps it was the horse had stepped on a branch and it whipped upward, or something was triggered. You're not sure. As it rears, you are tossed off the back of your horse, and you are prone on your back. And your
Do I
horse
take
is
damage?
startling. Yeah, you take like 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Cauldron, at the moment you are falling. But I don't think
Wow.
that's actually a huge deal for you.
No. I'll
Um,
engage my winged boots if it's going.
You're by the time you make that decision to engage your winged boots, you've fallen about 20 feet.
Yeah. Ow.
Found it.
Am I still falling after 20 feet?
Oh yeah, there's no bottom yet.
Hmm.
So roll me a perception check.
That is a
Okay.
deep ass hole.
That is a deep ass hole. Now I'm curious. Oh my god, I can't roll above like 12. 12.
12. You don't see the bottom of this hole. You just see the walls of what occurs to you is a little too round to be like a pit someone dug for a trap.
I'm falling. No, okay.
You're falling into what looks like a tunnel.
Yep. Okay, so then I will engage my winged boots instead of just trusting my.
Okay. You begin to
Slope.
float.
Yeah.
You can see at this point you've fallen about 60 feet. Above you, light from the world above is just peering down. How far is your dark vision?
60, I believe.
Okay, you look down. The tunnel, it just continues.
Huh.
You don't see the end of it.
Okay, but it's like an earthen tunnel, right? Can I see the side?
Yeah, it's not like... It doesn't look like it was hewn out by tools.
Right. It looks like something bored.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't like that. I'm gonna start to go up towards the light.
Yeah,
Right.
okay.
Cauldron.
Yeah, can I like be like, guys, we're down one? Like, can I get up from prone? and
Yeah,
try
I
to
feel like we all. I mean,
investigate?
we all saw
what
this,
happened.
right? Like, we can stop
Yeah.
the cart and
Yeah,
figure
yeah.
out what the hell just happened.
This all
And a
can
few
happen in the
seconds later,
same moment.
She just flies
Right.
up again. She's like, hey.
Oh.
What happened?
I fell into a hole. It's a very deep hole. It looks like something tunneled through it.
We should avoid that.
Mm,
So it's not
You
not
okay,
a pit
Tess?
trap.
no.
Just loose earth? Just the earth is unstable here and there's a tunnel? Weird.
I couldn't see the bottom, and I fell probably 60 feet.
Okay. Oh,
Can I see if there's
What?
like a trap mechanism or something? Like, is this something that was maybe man-made?
Roll perception.
I would have had to dig a really long time.
Natural 20.
Natural
25.
20. With a natural 20, you discover a couple things. The first one, you don't see any traps. You don't see any mechanisms, even ones made by, like, rigging up trees or branches. You don't see anything that looks like someone made a trap here. The next thing you see with that natural 20 is the tree that what startled your horse. You look over on that side, and the trees that are here look as though they've been splintered and broken apart and even a little bit burnt in places. And one of the trees, half of it had split over and was submerged in the road as if something very heavy had stepped on it. And your horse disturbed it, and it snapped upward.
Something heavy? Do I have a sense of what that something heavy is?
giant foot.
Like
Roll on survival?
While that's
15?
happening, I light a torch. Drop
It's
it.
daylight. Oh, okay. You light a torch and you drop it in the hole?
Yep. We can take care of that after her roll.
Okay. 15. As you inspect the road and the tree that was trampled, that snapped up and startled your horse, you see hundreds of thousands of these tiny little scratches in the soil and the dirt that looks like tiny little, well, not tiny, but they look like individual claw prints. You can tell with that 15 survival that the creature that left these claw prints, its opposing feet are maybe 6 feet apart, so it has a pretty wide stance and lots of feet.
Hate that.
While she's dealing with the other people,
Centipede.
you drop the torch in the tunnel.
Yep.
Roll
See
perception.
how far down it goes. Uh, 20.
You see the torch as it is falling and picking up speed. The wind buffets the flame to the point where it nearly extinguishes, but you see it maybe bounce off of a tunnel wall and then out of sight 150, 200 feet down.
Shit.
This is weird.
Right? Do we climb down and look, or?
No.
We probably just keep going, right? I mean,
Yeah,
this
in what
isn't
world
really
is
our
this
problem.
part of our problem? Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely not.
Right? It's
I
not
can't
until
pretend
it
I'm not
is.
curious, but we have
We're,
stuff to do.
I'm curious too, but we're on a time clock. We're on 2 different time clocks here.
All right.
And one of the horses is crying. It sounds like a cat.
Echo, are boulettes still a thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
bullets
God.
are a thing, but this is you being a native of Saris. You're very familiar with bullets. This is too big a hole for a bullet.
Too big for? Oh my! Alright, guys, we should
terrible.
probably fucking go.
Go.
Yeah, now, like as far and fast as we can.
Anybody who would like and is proficient can roll nature.
Nope, I have a -1.
I'm not
I got a plus
I'm
10.
not
Definitely not
proficient, but I have Jack of all trades,
Then
so
you
I
can roll.
theoretically. Okay.
I'm not going to specify half proficient every time I say that.
Yeah. Okay.
Velen, with a 22, you glance down in the hole and you spot something a little interesting. So the hole is mostly covered by fallen pine boughs. That makes it hard to spot. It's why Cauldron fell in it in the first place. But as you get down and you look at it, you notice that a lot of the pine boughs are a little singed. And you shift them to the side and you look in the hole and you see that the first few layers of soil at the top of the tunnel there's lots of, fallen branches and undergrowth that's been trampled and crushed by time and decay. A lot of that is also a little singed. And you've heard of a creature that is famous for having a heated body and also burrows and is big enough to fit this hole. A remoraz, which is enormous, almost draconic-like centipede creature.
Velen will share that. It would certainly explain the burrow and all of the scorch marks.
It
You
wouldn't.
also
I
kn-
don't like it.
You also know that a remoraz is very dangerous, but also it's like an ambush predator. It wouldn't make itself known to a group of creatures if it could help it.
It would prefer to avoid us almost as much as we'd prefer to avoid it. It's not hunting us. It would be pretty dangerous if we took it on, and I suggest we move on. But it's fascinating how close to the road it is. That's a danger.
So I'm hearing, let's get the fuck out of here as soon as possible.
Yeah.
I think, if you don't mind, I'd like to at least try and close up the front of this hole.
That seems like a wise thing to do.
I mean, do you really think that'll stop it?
No, but it might prevent people from falling in a
their death.
200-foot tunnel.
Yes.
And Triumph, rears over the side of his horse, and he begins mold earthing.
Oh, that's so useful.
I'm going to take out a couple pieces of wood from my bag of holding because I have everything in there. And I'm going to make a little picket sign, and I'm going to do my magical tinkering to put a sign in here saying, "Big hole, don't step in there."
Remoraz Crossing.
Hey, can I get back on the road and kind of go to the other side and poke around with my quarterstaff and see if there are more of these holes?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me a perception or an investigation. Either would work.
Please roll above a 3. Well, a 7. 14.
It's above a 3. You didn't set the bar
You
too
got what
high.
you wanted.
We're getting there.
Yeah, as you begin to you're mine testing with the quarterstaff, looking for more hole entrances. You don't find any. I'll say, with that decent survival that Tess rolled, you can see what direction the Remoraz went, and it was into the woods to the east of this road. So you don't think any more burrows are here, or if they are, you're not going to find it immediately.
What is happening?
I don't know. We heard
We heard TikTok or something. We can play Crunker Strike. Oh boy. Anyway, so Triumph is mold earthing the entrance of this tunnel closed, and he is focusing the mold earth, converting the loose soil into compacted stone at the top as you put this sign into it. It's taking an extra moment, and Reverie kind of looks over at Triumph and she says, "They did mention we are in a hurry." And Triumph just says, "Shut up."
He showed her.
I
It
do
takes-
think warning travelers is a good idea.
It only takes a minute, and then you guys are back on the road. As you move,
On the road to...
as you get back on the cart and begin making your way down the road, I do require a perception check from someone in the front. So either Seeker, Artie, or Claudia.
You got it, Claudia.
I have a +2. Okay.
Always the
I rolled good. 19.
nice.
Believe in yourself.
Very good.
We getting some static from you, Em.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's picking up your laptop's microphone.
I do not know what's happening or why that is happening. I
man.
I
Okay.
truly changed nothing. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Discord likes to be problematic at times.
Yeah, it's been doing that for me too lately.
As you guys continue onward with a... What was the perception roll? Cauldron?
19.
Oh,
Whack, rude.
No.
I rolled a perception roll.
I don't see it.
Oh,
over
I
19
had to
for body.
reload everything. So
Yeah,
it
but
is
it showed
a
up
19.
in
I rolled a
D&D
19.
Beyond.
Okay, I believe you. A 19. With a 19, you do not see any sign of an enormous centipede-like creature.
Hooray.
Which is, perhaps
Yeah,
a good
that's
thing. As you continue on the road, I need a D4.
On the road again.
I rolled last time.
I got it.
All I got us
Too
were
late.
giant bugs.
Okay, you got it.
A 1.
Well, I rolled a 3.
We'll use the one that appeared first, a 3. One moment, please.
Oh, a spider.
All right. Your progress travels on and on and on, following the road along the strife march until you reach the evening. It begins to look like you might want to try and find a place to camp. You can press on through the night if you're worried about time, or you can indeed camp in long rest.
Let me know when it's 8 o'clock, Echo.
Camping is probably a good idea.
I also think that's the best bet.
I can put up the hut.
Please do.
It's been a while
there
since
enough
I've been
room
on
for
the
all of us?
road. Are any of you perhaps skilled at mechanically survival?
I used to be. Oh, I have +5.
Yeah, I am.
Why don't you put those sharp little eyes to the test and see if you can find us a campsite?
I gotcha. Amazing. You know, I grew up in the streets and the woods, so I know my way around.
Those are
streets
two
and
very
the woods.
different
In
places.
the streets of the woods?
The
the
streets
woods.
and the woods. You know,
Like Central Park in New York.
sometimes you get kicked out of the streets, you gotta go to the woods.
True.
Right. Yeah, this'll do. As you all prepare to put up the bubble, Velen, you think the bubble might not be able to contain everybody.
Yeah, I can only fit 9. I can fit 9 creatures, and we have too many creatures.
I'll sleep out tonight.
Well, if you all are still doing this, come 8 o'clock, Seeker passes out in the wagon.
Oh, right.
Well, there we go.
It's like 7 when you guys hit a
Yeah,
campsite.
Tess
So we're
will,
like in
Tess
the
will
middle
volunteer.
of setting up.
Tess will
Tess-
volunteer to. I'll sleep out.
No.
It's not a concern. I also have tiny hut.
Ah,
Okay.
I'm an arcane cleric, so I have a lot of these
you are
spells.
so useful.
I try to be. And he pulls out a huge tome. This book is the size of your torso. And he begins sifting through it and looking up his own ritual for Leoman's tiny hut.
Yeah, Velen's is a dance that she does with her crystal bead.
So Triumph sits crisscross applesauce reading this
He's
book.
doing his ritual, and she's ballerinaing about, spinning a bead in the air.
Is it
Very
always
stupid.
the same? Is it always the same dance, Velen?
Yeah.
I think it would have to
Yeah,
be.
It's got to be the same dance. If it's a different dance, it's a different ritual. So it's very similar choreography every time.
Okay. You guys have taken up camp off the side of the road in a fairly secluded stretch. Let's go ahead and move you. Let's see. Nope, that's the wrong map. Oh, come on, Foundry.
Did we ever identify
look?
with those things that we got off?
just use
Nope. You said you wanted to do it, but you forgot last time.
I don't have identified, but I don't even remember what it was, and I don't think I have them in my inventory.
You said all
Yes.
that stuff.
Is there any chance you have the notes from that session?
Which one? What was it that you wanted?
The battle.
Sessions ago.
The battle. I
Are-
have a million zillion notes from all of from the whole battle.
I know we got 2 things that we didn't identify yet.
There was a sword
And I-
off of Killian.
No, I there was like a
We got tree thrower from Killian.
there
Um.
wasn't like an amulet or something.
That's my big game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. If
from
not,
Kill-
don't
let me-
stress it.
Yeah, let me check. But there's a million notes to go through. So let me find.
Seeker. Basically in the middle of Triumph's ritual and Velen's ritual, you feel just this overwhelming exhaustion, and it is so potent. You feel like your eyes are going to close and there's nothing you can do about it. And you're like, you look for a spot to maybe sit down or lay down. Roll me a con save.
Can I just
Just
choose to
goofy.
fail it because he was drunk today and he's tired? He's just gonna give in. He's just gonna sleep.
Okay, you fall flat, like you fall on your
Burrito
side,
falls
just
over.
unconscious.
Oh God, Seeker's dead.
Shit happens.
I don't see.
All right, don't
I
stress
don't see
it.
any
I
other
might be
thing.
crazy.
There was what we were gonna do though is we were gonna cast Speak with Dead on Killian's body that I do think we're carrying
That's
around.
true. We were
still.
planning on doing that.
No worries.
As long as he has a head, we can still do it.
Cauldron is nosily watching Triumph to see what god he follows. Like to see if she can see.
Roll a religion.
Oh my god!
Oh
Wow.
man.
11. The DC is 10. It's a very powerful and well-known old god. It is Magos, the god of magic.
Magos. Mm-hmm. She's just curious about arcane clerics because they're rarer.
They certainly are.
Look at our little camp. Look at our little friends.
You said you could have 9 people in a hut.
Yeah.
You can have
There's
Sounds
9
crowded.
of us.
no. It's 8 people.
Oh, it's 8 people.
Pretty sure.
It
But
would
he's
be
There's
making
9 in
his
my
own.
spell.
ramp. I mean, there's two Goliaths. There's a big ass fucking orc.
You wouldn't mind laying on top of her, don't
He
mind.
has one. We got 2. We're using 2. I wouldn't mind at all. Let's just clarify that. So, Katja, which hut you thinking about staying in?
Oh my God.
As Katja opens her mouth, Reverie says, "She's behaving herself."
Oh, okay. Yeah, I am too.
I am too.
Yeah, I'll be over
Ah,
here. No
Um,
worries.
Are you Cal? Are you or Call? Sorry, Call. Are you over at? Are you at Triumph's hut right now, investigating his Magos symbol?
I mean,
or
it
you,
probably
like-
took her about 2 seconds to figure it out. So
Yeah, you glanced over the holy symbol around his neck. And
Yeah,
oh,
it's
Magos.
like, oh, Magos. Okay.
Is it cool? Is it chill with you if because I have my crazy passive perception? Can I notice you doing that?
Sure.
And kind of because I wanted to have this conversation anyway. Taz is gonna kind of look up at you and say, "Do you have a god in the astral sea? Did the gift follow a god? You're in a monastery, but I understand that that's maybe something different."
The Gith follow one of our own who ascended long ago. Tysus, I believe you were speaking of him.
Yes, I did speak to him. Yes.
Yes, he was Gith.
What?
However, yes, you did not know that.
No.
Oh, that's why we were hanging out with the one follower up in the astral. What was her name? We
I
could
don't
still
know
go there.
In game, this
mean,
is 5 days
you
ago.
guys are
It was like
rough.
Lane. It was Lane. It was Lane.
You guys are
Lane.
from the same place. You don't know each other.
The Astral Sea is
Lane
pretty
was-
big.
Lane was
Ow.
put there. She wasn't from there.
Oh,
Anyway,
And he was an elf, not a
I
gift.
oh.
left my people some time ago to join the monastery. So I have a god. We are devotees of Aegir.
Ikir.
The
Do I
god
know
of
this god?
time.
Good. Of course. And, but you're not a cleric in the same way that I am,
No.
or that Triumph is.
No.
But do you have rituals and practices? Do you have prayers? Do you honor?
I have meditations.
These fists.
Ritual of the Bobs.
You have meditations.
Yes, I am a monk.
And that's
Not
how you
a cleric.
and that's how you reversed time. Because I didn't see it happen, but I
Well,
have on good authority that it did.
It's magic.
Granted by Igir.
Yes. And by studying it.
Oh, you're a wizard too then. I get you.
Yes, it's an interesting. I'm curious about the magic. It seems to have a similar source to my connection with Shinamino, but to manifest itself through a different channel, and I think that's fascinating.
As you're having this conversation, you hear Triumph mutter, "It's all nonsense. Aegir doesn't know any time magic." He's like looking down in his book and reading.
What do
When he
you
says
mean? What do you mean, Triumph?
He glances up. "Oh, did I say that out loud?"
Mm.
Barely.
Time magic is... Well, I don't mean to be crass, but it's bullshit.
I've seen it happen.
I doubt it.
Tess kind of like looks at
You were
Call.
wrong.
I trust my
think-
perception.
I think maybe you saw something that you thought was time magic. Mages that have attempted time magic in the past have all been expunged from this world.
Yes, that's why there is oversight.
Yes. That's what I'm saying. Aegir
And Call
doesn't
isn't a
allow it.
mage. And Call isn't a mage.
I'm
No.
with you.
Are-
I actually didn't see it either, so.
Are we agreeing?
Yeah.
All right.
About what?
I don't know if time magic is real.
No, it is real.
I mean,
It's not
Yeah,
allowed.
sure. oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Not
the
for you.
gods, or us, or any of us, the gods shut down anyone who would dabble.
So it's kind of like the same principle as your tenets of kindredhood.
Yes, except time magic can destroy everything if misused.
Yes. I am the oversight. Hello.
Right. Triumph does not believe you.
Right.
I really feel like I'm learning a lot right now.
You say dancing.
This has got to be the most normal thing for Velen to be doing a ritual dance and having like a conversation about something completely different at the same time. Do you think they still have those biscuits at the tavern?
Well, thank you for enlightening me. It seems we are lucky in a rare way to know you and know that you exist. I feel like we've
Children
gotten
looks a little
Good
amused
person.
and she kind of glances at Triumph and tells Tess, she's like, well, you should thank him. He is the one who told you the truth.
You're very funny, you know.
Thank you. I know.
I find Triumph usually tells the truth, whether it be for the best or the worst.
Oh, I trust my own perception, and I also trust his.
Well, I trust his more than mine. Is there anything anybody else wants to accomplish during this little break before the long rest, as Seeker is unconscious on the ground in the middle of you all?
We got
Literally, he fell on the
Triumph
ground.
is gonna have to move
Yeah,
over.
he just like he didn't put any effort into like looking for a bed or anything.
Like,
Yeah,
are
he
you
face
like
planted.
no? I gotta know, Velen. Are you building the hut around him?
Nope.
No, she was already dancing when he passed out.
This
Yep,
vampire
this
has
is
no
true.
self-preservation. The sun's gonna come out, and he's gonna be laying in the middle of the road.
He is fully clothed head
That
to
is,
toe.
I need you to know that if you are full body spread eagle in sunlight, clothes cannot save you, my friend.
Well, that's
Your head
something
will
that
be
he's gonna
fine.
have to deal with tomorrow.
Just your head will be fine.
Well,
because
That's
my
a
someone-
tomorrow problem.
Strong. Can Claudia try to drag Seeker by like the arms?
How
into
much
the
does Seeker
hut?
weigh? I'd expect like 350, 400.
Without his gear, yes. With his gear, he weighs.
You got light armor now, my friend.
Yeah, but everything else on him, he's got an extra 80 pounds. So he weighs 450.
My push drag lift is 480.
Okay,
yeah.
so it's rough, but you can do it. There's just a like
He
a
drags him by his arms. His face is fully on the ground, scraping by.
He is
There's
just
pebbles in his
unconscious.
skin.
Oh
It's,
God.
this is one of the few things that Triumph glances up to see, and he goes, "Huh."
You got me curious. What's my push?
Probably a lot.
I got
It
him.
is a lot. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Thanks, Claudia.
For dragging.
For getting him inside.
Yeah, well,
I'm
someone
not.
has to
I
watch
don't,
over him.
I don't think anyone is strong enough. The rest of us are strong enough to do that by ourselves.
Claudia kind of raises an eyebrow
mean,
and looks at
Katja-
Katja and Triumph.
Katja,
and she's
yeah, Katja, sure. But I don't think they would. They're not. You know.
Well, you could ask, or right here.
That's true, but you can't leave. You can't leave your hut though, or it'll disappear.
I can't, but Katja sure could. And Katja just looks up and she says, "You're not volunteering me for shit, are you?"
Tess is like, I rest my case.
It's okay, I got it.
Actually, while we have all of you here, I've been thinking about something. That thing that happened on the way in, Velen, when that little flicker happened and you were sort of in another place, we already thought maybe the shadow fell for a second. And we talked about how it was maybe we had either passed through something or something had passed through us. Some extraplanar creature. Do you remember that?
Sure do. We talked to Triumph about this.
Well, Call, you're extraplanar. Do you know anything about the outsider?
Let me consult my
Roll a history
DM.
check.
God.
I
Roll
thought
a
the
what check?
outsider-
History
Hey.
check.
History. All right, dice. Listen.
You got this. I
Heart to
believe
heart.
in you.
10.
I don't believe in you. Never mind.
A 10.
Literally.
Poor frog.
So you've heard the name.
Yep.
Which is more than anybody else would get on a 10.
Mm-hmm.
Can we give her advantage by talking about Velen was talking about what she knew about the outsider? She said that she thought he was Fey.
The problem is
I
Call
tried,
is
okay?
pulling her information from a place none of you have access to.
Mm-hmm.
You could inspire it if you want.
Yeah, I'll just re-roll with an inspiration. I can't roll a 2 again, right? Knock on wood.
No, it's literally improbable.
That's way better. 24.
Yeah, you've heard of the outsider.
Yes, of course.
Yeah, I've heard of him.
The outsider is a strange entity. It's one that seems to be outside the realm of deities, divines, fiends, primordials. The outsider was thought at one point to be a devil who parted ways with the rest of the hells and instead spent their time entirely within the Feywild. Other people believe the outsider is native to Limbo, which is a place that no one is really native to. But the outsider seems to have come from nothing and seems to return to nothing except for when it chooses. And it's thought that the outsider is one of the few creatures in the world, excepting divines, that can alter and manipulate the souls of living creatures. Changing their forms, changing their beliefs, their ideas, their personalities, changing what they are good at and what they are bad at to the outsider's whims. But it never does. The outsider doesn't meddle.
Okay,
Good
Cauldron will relay that.
You also know the outsider has been rumored throughout history to appear in times of terrible strife or great golden age to offer, well, barter. Trading of valuable things, things that could not have been found by mortal means, in return for mortal deeds.
Oh, he's like the psycho guy, psycho phantom we met.
But
That's
it
a
seems
very
like-
different person.
But it seems
No,
like
I know. I
maybe,
just said he's kind of like him.
You
Well,
also,
yeah.
Cauldron
I mean, for all
Leslie,
we know,
you know that the outsider is sometimes expected to appear as a shadowy form, or a three-eyed deer.
Oh, I
Oh
remember that.
shit!
Yep.
yeah, I remember the deer. I remember the deer specifically because it has 3 eyes, and so does Jamino.
Okay.
That was the vision.
I just don't. I mean, I just don't see what my Shadowfell experience could have to do with the outsider.
Well, if it's a shadowy form, I
There's-
mean,
It's not that kind of shadow.
The Shadowfell is part of the Feywild, or like the inverse of it, though, right?
It's like the
I'm
inverse.
asking.
the inverse
yeah.
of the Feywild, and
Well,
all
he
these
was rumored
stories,
to go to the Feywild.
all these stories are just rumors. I might be wrong. I'm probably wrong.
I don't want to dismiss your idea. I just don't understand it.
Well, it just seems funny, don't you think, that we keep encountering these visions and these coincidences that point us in this direction. And I don't really have any evidence or proof of this yet, but it seems I wonder if it's connected to other things that are happening to the soul stones. Soul stones come from hell, and perhaps this thing was a devil.
The thing is that the Shadowfell is a place of incredible despair, and what I felt when it touched me was soul-sucking emptiness,
Like Limbo?
like the absolute diminishment of color and life, and that was not at all the vibe that I got from anything to do with the outsider. But those are just my instincts, and my instincts are, sewn into the seat of my trousers. So I'm not gonna say that you're automatically wrong. It feels.
You were the one that was actually there, so I'm just grasping at straws because I want to know what happened. That's all.
Would love to know what happened.
It especially seems important so close to a vampire city. It could really hurt them.
Yeah.
Kindred, sorry.
Triumph just kind of waves a hand, as if to dismiss it.
One more thing. Reverie, you said you'd had dealings with the Seven Trellis before. Could you tell us about those?
Well, I found them. Or I found an agent of theirs when I was in Port Sanctia. Long story short, somebody died, someone else got in trouble, Katra had the shit beat out of her.
Oh yeah.
It was a sticky situation. We beat the ever-living hell out of that individual. The Seventh Trellis, when we encountered them, perhaps it was a small chapter we found, or however it is that they work, because it wasn't... We were not overwhelmed by assassins or anything like that. They made a show of power. We made it feel like it was dismissed. We moved on, and I haven't heard from them since. There was some issue with a frustrating paladin of Luminous, who was a douchebag. It's a long, meandering story that I frankly don't really want to tell. But my experience with the Seventh Trellis was completely different from your experience with the Seventh Trellis so far. From what you've said, anyway.
That makes sense. It's not as if no one was under contract, I imagine.
No one I care about.
Like none of you were under contract, so it's a different situation.
No. They weren't after me or
It's just that you
Concha or
encountered
anybody.
them.
Yes.
It's just you encountered them. Okay.
That was back when
Okay.
we that was back when I was crewing aboard the Queen of the Wake under Captain Graves. It was a long time ago.
Is that before you joined Malachor?
Yes. We're still a kindred then.
Hi.
Interesting. Had an interesting life.
Oh, you have no idea.
All right. Well, I appreciate the insight. It is always good to have more information.
I'm willing to share that, which will harm no one. Let's go ahead, unless there's more. Let's go ahead and get a camp watch order sorted out. Goodbye, Cal. Let's go ahead and pull. So Seeker.
Guess what, Emily?
What?
I want to be on watch with you.
Wow, I'm shocked.
Awkward.
Unfortunately, Triumph and Reverie,
Are
they
also
can
passed out.
they can take a watch because they are more adept at resisting the kindred sleep. But
Seeker didn't even try.
yeah,
Did not.
Yeah.
he just
He was like, I feel eepy.
You know, and Velen can't leave her hut, so I mean, she could still watch, but she could watch from inside the hut.
Same with Triumph. He can't leave his either. I've lost Reverie. There she is. Okay. Who's taking first watch?
Marty.
Okay. Is anybody taking first watch with
No,
Hardy?
Artie's not allowed to take first watch again.
I will.
Remember,
take it
that
with
was a
them.
rule.
I'll
Okay.
take it with them.
Okay.
Keep him in check.
Kacha will take third watch. Reverie will take fourth watch.
With Velen.
And... Okay, we have a boon, so Triumph will just take third watch with Kacha. Okay. Alright.
Seeker's just shirking his watch duties now.
Well,
He's a little
It's
baby.
like convenient.
I could technically wake up for last watch. What are you talking about?
Little baby. Get to sleep, little
No
guy.
baby vampire.
I'm going to drink one of you dry.
Oh my god.
I mean,
do that after
you
your
say
nap.
that, like you say that, but
You
like you need
did
our
this to
permission.
yourself.
I mean, I kind of did it to him.
No,
I'd
he's
just
leaning
be
into
dead
it.
if it wasn't for her.
Okay,
New character.
okay.
Who dat?
his bedtime is something he did to himself.
That's
Yes.
true.
His
His
bedtime
bedtime.
is totally something he did to
Equals
himself.
bedtime.
Secret
Hey,
bedtime.
sweetie.
8 o'clock, like an 8th grader.
Cauldron and Artie. You guys are taking first watch. If I could get a perception check from either both or one of you with advantage. And a
Yeah.
D100 roll, please.
Pilardi.
You do the perceptions, I do the 100.
Okay, I'll roll perception with Advantage.
Advantage. Rolled a 20.
23.
It's good numbers.
Okay, with a 20 on the D100, Cauldron and Artie, is there anything you guys want to talk about on this long rest? Because
No.
fuck all happens.
No.
No.
Okay.
Artie
Cauldron is
never
like-
saw her do time magic, so he's still questioning if it's real.
It's a quiet watch. This isolated part off the road, I think there's maybe like 2 or 3 travelers that make their way down the road, but they do not disturb you. They do not seem alarming, and you take first watch with no occurrences. Second
I
watch.
didn't think this would
As soon
come
as it
so
ends,
fast.
Okay.
Artie looks over at Call and goes, "That's a good watch." Everybody else always tries to talk and shit.
Yeah, good job.
It's the
I should
least
do this
eventful
again.
watch Artie has ever
Alright,
been on.
bye.
Artie, when you get ready to go to bed, you hear, "Do you think we could maybe we could cuddle?"
Oh, Barry!
Yeah.
I thought that was
God.
triumph for a hot fucking second.
I thought it
The-
was his daggers.
The giant ferret spills out of the bag and winds up
Aw.
around you.
Oh,
This is nice.
Cute.
that's
Yeah,
so
come on over.
cute.
Adorable.
Artie has discovered animal companionship.
Worth every penny.
When you nestle in, all of you just hear this quiet as the ferret settles on.
My heart.
Adorable, so cute.
Adorable.
Claudia and Tess, you are awoken by Cauldron for your watch.
Tess, first of all, is absolutely going to steal a nip of this whiskey while Seeker is asleep.
Okay.
It's like right out from Claudia.
Yep.
Also, for what it's worth, left him laying face down, but she tucked him in.
Yeah.
She
Okay.
wasn't gonna flip him
100%.
over. Like she put a pillow under his face.
Okay, so he's not like
I mean,
Peter Griffin falling
yeah.
on the ground anymore.
She smelled it. Like she smelled it. It smelled delicious, and she's just gonna take a little
Boy,
bit.
Good luck.
Dude,
y'all robbing me.
I remind you, she used to be a con artist.
Roll me a sleight of hand.
I would be so amused if he woke up,
He's not going to wake
but I
up.
don't. Yeah,
I
can't
really
wake
need
up.
to. I really need to ask this. But what is Joffrey doing?
nibbling on something.
What is Joffrey doing as you're asleep like this? He is curled up in the middle of your back, asleep.
Okay.
Oh,
With an
So cute.
18 sleight of hand. I mean, I don't think anybody catches you steal some of the dragon's tears unless they're really paying attention. But right now, you're on watch with Claudia, and I don't think Claudia catches that. So,
no, sure. Her wisdom is much lower than it used to be.
do you take like a mouthful, or you just get like a sip?
Just a sip. I want to taste it. I just want to taste it.
Okay, roll me a con
Little
save.
nip.
I cannot stress how potent this shit is.
Can't wait to have a very important conversation with Tess while she's shit faced.
Yeah.
Nat 1.
Not a
Please.
competition.
Don't put that on her.
Oh,
that
I
is
am.
a 7. No, that's a 7. That's a 7. She's drunk.
Okay, no, you're not drunk. You just took a nip.
Yeah.
But it is a pleasant buzz that washes through you. The sort of buzz that you would normally have to take like a couple shots to hit. This immediately happens. You feel warmed out to your fingertips, and the burn isn't unpleasant. It's not like the heat of like a harsh whiskey. It's like a smokiness that fills your sinuses and then is gone immediately.
Mm,
Dangerous.
that's a good shit. That's a good shit. She will kind of, stroll away from Seeker. And kind of settle. I'm trying to figure out like what Tess usually does during watches, but it's probably like cleric stuff, like cleaning, just regular maintenance, cleaning her armor, weapons, that kind of thing.
Okay.
And I imagine that at some point she needs to do some kind of ritual to figure out her spells for the next day.
You usually do that in the morning. When you
Okay.
awaken, you focus on the spells that you want, and then Jamino gives them to you.
Grants them, yeah.
It used to be Tess would like practice changing her eyes and shit around
Yeah,
to match
that's
the
true.
party. Claudia, what are you doing?
Oh, she is picture perfect awkwardness. Like just like every time Like Tess is working or doing something, and like she can see Claudia looking at her, and then like it's look up, eye contact. Claudia like opens her mouth, shuts it, awkward smile, like the pursed lips of like a almost smile, like a midwestern smile.
You, good lord, you hear, Claudia. Oh, good gods, just get it out.
Nobody. This doesn't really involve you.
And yet, here I am witnessing it.
She
That
sighs
maybe like
deeply.
the fourth time that that Claudia does this. Tess just kind of like looks up and just kind of cocks an eyebrow at her, but then goes back to what she's doing.
No, okay, yeah. So thanks for breaking that. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
I know you know that because, duh.
Hmm.
So, do you have a minute?
Tess kind of looks around at their quiet camp and
It's
folds her
just
arms.
a segue into a conversation. You don't have to bust my balls.
What do you want from me, Claudia?
Well, um, I. She takes a deep breath and she kind of glances at Seeker, and like the words like "be honest," "be straightforward" come to mind, and also then wisdom is the offspring of pain and something else, and she's like, what did that mean? But then she shakes her head. Okay, I'm trying to not be upset with you. Can you just let me finish? Thank you. I don't think you'd ever try to hurt me on purpose. Well, I didn't think that. But after that fight, uh, Tool was still alive because Call brought him back. And I don't really know Call, and she still did that for me because I asked. But before we could talk to him, you killed him again. And I just wanted to ask why you did that.
Do you know that when my father died, the clerics couldn't bring him back?
Yeah.
And I wasn't a cleric. I wasn't a cleric then. I couldn't bring him back. And that hurt me a lot. And I almost destroyed myself. And then there was nothing I could do about Lilibel. There was nothing I can do about a lot of people for a long time. And I know now that there was nothing that I could have done. There was actually nothing I could do for you several days ago. And I thought that my God had abandoned me as a result. And we know now that there still would have been nothing that I could have done for Seeker. But I didn't even get the chance to try. Because you, hater of vampires, would have preferred for a vampire to help before you would have asked me and my God, whose miracles you have seen so many times. You were the one that didn't trust me first. How can you expect me to trust you in return?
Can you just listen as I reply to that and hold your words in time, Don? I guess I'm just wondering why you didn't think that maybe I knew better in that moment when Seeker was dead. That vampire was our only option.
Or, I guess, did you decide right off the bat that my actions to save someone I care about were somehow about you?
I was unconscious, Claudia.
Hold on. The last thing I knew is that you were unconscious. So, maybe I just care so much about Seeker that it didn't matter if the help came from a vampire. That in this moment, when someone I consider like a brother to me was dead and I might lose him forever, that pleading for his life wasn't about you or your usefulness as a cleric. I don't think I'm a petulant person. Hold on. I don't think I'm a petulant person, and I don't think I'm the kind of person who would lash out and hurt someone I care about out of spite. Like you did when you killed Tool, because maybe you were upset with me for not turning to you first and giving you your chance to prove yourself as a cleric.
So
And
you're
instead
calling
of
me
telling me how you were feeling, you just did it. But I'm giving you the time to explain yourself because I think you deserve that chance. I'm just wondering why you didn't think I deserved that same grace before you chose to act.
So it's okay for you to be hurt, but it's not okay for me to be hurt. Okay. And it's petulant if I do something, but it's wise if you don't. Okay.
You didn't tell me you were hurt. I didn't know. It was within seconds that these things happened.
It was in seconds that I made my decision.
Made your decision to what?
It was about 1 minute later because I was
You
angry.
chose to kill
I
Tool.
acted out of anger. I thought the one that you were really mad about was Simon.
I am upset about him. But I asked you before the fight started to keep both of them alive.
My perception was that we were keeping him alive for your vampire.
You didn't ask me. You just decided.
I can't read your thoughts, Claudia.
My split-second decision was to save someone, and your split-second decision was to kill someone.
A terrible person
Who
that had
you
already been
thinks
dead. Have you said these same things to Seeker, who also killed him first?
it all happened so fast.
Oh, but for Seeker it happened so fast. Okay. I see. You're holding me to a standard that you won't hold him to because he is like a brother to you. Because
He made a mistake. Call brought him back. You finished him off so he couldn't be brought back.
What do you want me to
Seeker
say?
made an accident. You did it to hurt me.
I didn't do it to hurt you.
Then why did you do it?
Because I was upset and a vampire had almost tried to turn me, so I lashed out at the first vampire I saw.
Right.
That's what happened.
All right.
I understand that you're upset and I am sorry. But I'm allowed to have feelings too, Claudia.
I never said you weren't. I just wish you'd talked to me about how you were feeling before you made that choice.
How was I supposed to? Again, it all happened so fast. If that's the thing that is allowed, if that's the thing that
to
helps
do it
you,
after the fight was over,
only a
when
few
he was
seconds.
incapacitated.
Only a few seconds after the fight was over.
No, he was not a threat.
Okay, out of character, legitimately, it was really right after the fight. It really
He was
genuinely happened.
incapacitated and not a threat. Out of character.
He was, but it if the point is that if what she's mad about is that it happened so fast, it was truly not long. It was truly just a couple seconds after combat had ended.
Right, but there was nothing that's prevented her from
She could still be mad. I just want to clarify
anger.
out of character that Tess's perception is that this did not happen very quickly outside of this.
I guess in my perception, I don't see why that matters.
That's fair. Tess thinks it matters a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Over the table, I want to make sure everybody's okay. This is a conflict between characters,
Yes.
players.
Me and Emily have been working our way toward this
we
conversation
talked
out of
about
character
this.
for weeks.
We talked about this. It's just that like Tess, they're not.
They're feeling heated.
They're talking
Understood.
past each other.
Just making sure.
They're talking past each other.
I appreciate the check-in. Even though I am not one of those two, I appreciate the check-in.
No worries.
Everybody in chat say which team you're on.
I'm Team Edward, of course.
I understand that you want to hold me to a high standard, Claudia. I want to hold myself to a high standard. I'm sorry that I hurt you. I'm not proud of the decision that I made, and every decision that I make is not going to be a perfect decision. I understand that this changes your opinion of me and that you'll be angry at me about it. I don't know. Unlike Cauldron, I can't bring him back. I'm sorry about that. But I will point out that most of what this party has done, as long as we've been together, has been for you.
I understand that. That's why I was so surprised.
Well, I can make mistakes too, and I do hope that all of the other things that I have done for you, which have been many, don't outweigh this one split-second decision.
I'm not comparing what you have done for what you did. It's not about whether it balances out to overall good and overall bad.
It actually,
wanted you
it kind of is.
To see my perspective, that it felt like you killing Tool was to hurt me.
It wasn't.
It did.
I'm sorry.
I accept that. And I'm sorry I didn't see how you could interpret my plea for help as a slight against my trust in you. Of course I trust you, Tess. I didn't know I'd ever conveyed that I didn't. It's not that I didn't think you couldn't bring him back. I just thought, God, anything to save him was better than losing him.
Personally, as a cleric, I prefer to put my trust in the gods before I put my trust in vampires. But we differ on that.
It didn't matter to me where the help came from.
I know it doesn't. It matters to me. And it matters to me that you didn't ask me.
You were unconscious. Up until the last moment.
You could have asked me. You could have waited a few seconds.
I couldn't have. He would have died.
You don't necessarily know that.
I do know that now. I didn't know it then.
It's not worth arguing about. The thing is done.
Fine.
We have different values about this. I've apologized. It's up to you to decide how long it's going to take for that to settle in. I don't know what else to do for you. But I will not be called petulant. Because I am not petulant at my core. I made a bad decision. That doesn't make me a bad person.
I didn't say it did. I don't think you are.
I'm going to pray now.
All right.
Tess closes her eyes.
Claudia turns her back, stares at the fire.
I was gonna say, can somebody at least watch though?
Yeah, I was about to say, I do require a watch roll.
Perception check.
I'm sure like the
Oh,
Reverie
God.
crew are like, oh my God, what is going on over
I
there?
think they're sleeping.
They are
You can-
unconscious.
You can have it with advantage. Your perception's better than mine, Tess.
Oh, I was gonna volunteer to make it a disadvantage anyway, honestly.
Oh, well, then your flat roll was
Uh,
still 23.
I require a D100.
You could also do that.
God, I
Roll
hate
something that murders
confrontation.
us all.
I was like, I'm so glad that's not me.
27.
Okay, aside from the confrontation, that's all that happens during your watch. It is a quiet night. Your watch passes without incident. And so,
Without external incident.
yeah, well, when you get up to awaken the next watch, Katja's already looking at you and she says, "You two good?
Yeah.
You sure?"
Better than we were before the conversation, I think.
In my experience, if you really need to get it behind you, you should fight or fuck about it.
Yeah.
Claudia's eyes, like doe eyes. Oh,
It helps. Clear the air.
okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Advice.
She winks at you. And then she, kicks Triumph in the leg. Come on, big guy.
Claudia's privately wondering if Katja and Triumph ever fight. And then she goes to cuddle with Peanut Butter.
I'm gonna real quick have Tess take another sip of that whiskey.
Roll sleight of hand.
While Seeker's still asleep.
Motherfucker.
There's only 25 ounces in a bottle of whiskey, so
It counts
Yeah.
as whiskey.
you got a
24.
decent amount, my boy.
24. No one sees you do it except Triumph, but he's not going to say anything.
We're taking a swig. We're taking a swig this time.
Okay.
I wonder where my booze in
Roll me a
the
con save.
hotel went. I guess I'll just steal from Seeker.
Oh, the bottle that Velen stole was empty. She's carrying an empty bottle around in
Oh,
her backpack.
I thought it was half
yes.
full.
You go
Ooh,
from
she's
slightly buzzed
fucked.
to drunk.
Excellent.
Your head is spinning. Despite the conversation you just had, you feel, as I described for Seeker before, everything is a little funny, which is maybe a little bitter considering, but you cannot help but feel your mood artificially lifted.
Great. Perfect. That's exactly what you wanted.
This is why people drink.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sure is. Did we forget that Tess is low-key an alcoholic?
I forget every time. As
I
you
feel that.
take a hit from the dragon's tears and then you go settle in, roll me a perception check there, Tess.
Disadvantage because I'm drunk.
Yeah.
14.
You hear something. Yeah. As you're settling in for bed, you hear Triumph kind of mutter to Katja, "Reminds me of Rev." And you hear Katja say, "What?" "You know, when you broke her fucking heart." And you hear Katja say, "That wasn't my fault." "Mm-hmm. You weren't the
can't
one
see my
helping her
face
for
right now.
months."
You can't see my face right now, but I'm shook.
You can see my face.
I will actually. Speaking of Reverie, actually, because this is another thing I wanted to do. Is Reverie in our little? Is she in?
She's in Triumph's bubble.
Cool. Hang on. I'm gonna make a wisdom saving throw for test.
Gonna do something.
Isn't
Yep.
she asleep?
Rev is
What are you gonna do?
unconscious at the moment. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Tess is gonna. Triumph is on watch.
Triumph and
he-
Katja are both on watch.
On watch, but he can't leave the bubble, right?
No, he's stuck there.
He's stuck there. Okay, so Tess is gonna just go into their bubble and kind of curl
Alright.
up not far from Reverie.
Okay.
That's a choice.
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Triumph like makes a
need
note but
to know
doesn't say
this.
anything.
I need to know what that thought
Yeah,
process
she
is.
she fucking trusts she fucking trusts Triumph not to say anything.
Not my circus, not my
Yep.
monkeys. I need to make some rolls for these two.
Dragon.
Stop it.
I wanted to play dragons today.
We haven't even found a dungeon yet. Calm down.
I know. I didn't want a dungeon. I wanted dragons.
Oh, you know what? We did find a dungeon. That hole that it came out of, we just skipped it.
Yeah. Good point, actually.
Triumph and Katja kind of have quiet conversation. There is a moment of awkwardness when you get up immediately after Triumph saying that to Katja. And when you go in there, Triumph's like, he just assumes you didn't hear it because it's easier that way.
Oh yeah.
But nothing happens during the watch. Velen, you are stirred awake by Katja, as is Reverie.
And Seeker just wakes up.
Yeah,
wide
Seeker,
awake.
you just, your eyes just open.
Oh,
Good morning, Sleeping Beauty.
fuck. Right? That sleep was fucking great. Wait, who moved me?
Claudia. She did not care about your face, but she got you in here.
Right, well.
You look good with a little bit of grime. And she like
I mean, who
mocks the cheeks.
doesn't look better, just a little bit filthy?
Right, you got that down to earth vibe.
A little too literal.
Right, that was the point.
That was a good joke. I liked that.
Oh, I missed it. So how's your first day as a dead man?
Right, well, this is the second time I've been to sleep, so second day?
She blinks.
Right, well, it's alright so far.
Mm-hmm.
When is he gonna need to drink again?
How are you feeling? You
How am I
don't.
feeling?
You don't feel hungry.
Right, I'm still alright.
It depends on how much of his. Well, how much blush he uses, how much he gets injured, how much he stresses himself. If he doesn't, it can last usually a few days. If he does, shorter.
Mm.
Sounds about right.
Conveniently, if you keep him fed, the feedings are much less significant. Just a sip here and there.
It was pretty well. It was uncomfortable because it was intimate.
Many are surprised at the intimacy of it.
I knew it was coming. You explained it before,
You can't.
and
There's nothing else quite like it.
Said I was sorry when
I'm not blaming you. It was my choice, and it made way more sense for it to be me than any of the others.
You did have the best chance of resisting the call.
I just blamed Dawes. I assumed that was why.
Could be.
But
Divinity does sometimes help, but the call of the beast is potent, and it requires a certain willpower to resist. It's why
didn't really think
it's why kindred
willpower
are always
was my
attractive.
thing.
Presence, personality, who you are, your sense of self. That is what matters. And that's what the beast wants. So if you don't have a strong one, it can be consumed.
Unfortunately, I've got more than enough self to go around. So
Fortunately for you,
yeah.
which surprises me, you have some, don't mind if I say, some fairly attractive party members here. But most of them don't seem to have that presence. And carry themselves with confidence. Are all of them trauma babies?
Insecurity is a hell of a drug.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, we all have our damage. We just wear it in different places.
She
Right,
nods.
well, my damage has been fixed.
Has it really?
Right, more than you'll ever know. It's so quiet.
You are dead. Hopefully that's just the beginning for you.
Right, it can only get better.
Hmm.
So you think.
Listen, he believes it.
You seem to be the sort who likes to learn through experience, and so I'll leave that to you.
I don't like the way you said that, but all right.
Am I wrong?
I mean, no, but
That's... Get used to that.
right. Speaking of experience, he'll step outside the bubble and he'll load a bolt in the tree thrower and try it out.
Roll me a con save.
Scare everyone.
Why?
As you step outside the bubbles, dawn has already arrived, and the dappling sunlight glances in between the trees.
Oh, yep. He wouldn't have thought about that. 25.
You succeed. It's no big deal.
Your
Yet.
fucking hood on. I literally made it. You guys never use what I made. Jesus. Fuck.
Listen, it's his second day as a vampire. He hasn't walked outside at dawn.
It was
yet.
a gift.
He's wearing it. He just hasn't activated it.
So as you feel that sunlight dapple across your face, and there is an instant, like, twinging burn that you immediately quell, you realize what you could probably do to prevent that in the future.
Oh,
Yep, get used to that.
I got this, and now he'll just turn it on.
So you pull the hood up.
Pull the hood up.
Okay. Everything you do is at a -1.
Fine with me.
Okay.
All right. I fucking love that little gnome sometimes.
Only sometimes.
Only sometimes. And then we shoot tree thrower.
Okay, what are you
Just,
shooting at?
Are there any animals nearby that I can see?
Roll a
Small
perception.
buildings, serial killer behavior.
What do you mean?
Roll a
We
perception.
do eat
15.
15.
You mean 14?
14.
Yeah, you do see. There are a few birds in the low-hanging branches. There's a few squirrels and chipmunks around the bases of trees nearby. You could shoot tree thrower at a small woodland creature if you wanted.
Sure am.
That
Okay.
steak is
Decimated
bigger than the
squirrel.
squirrel.
Make an attack.
Yeah.
We won't even be able to eat it afterwards.
Sure aren't.
What are you
Hey.
shooting it at?
I'm shooting it at a squirrel at the base of a tree to try and pin it against the tree.
Oh my god.
Okay.
You're gonna blow up the fucking tree.
With a 23, roll damage.
22.
With a 22, roll damage.
I'm gonna throw a tree
Thanks,
at
Ben.
a tree.
That was
Throw the
just
tree at a
the
tree.
tree.
difference
23.
maker on a squirrel.
23. Okay, a squirrel has 1 hit point. As the tree thrower looses the bolt, you see the magic
Miss.
workings of the brass ring at the front of tree thrower affects the bolt the instant it leaves tree thrower. It's impossible to miss, even with how fast the bolt moves. Suddenly the bolt is just the size of a ballista bolt flying towards this squirrel. The squirrel doesn't even get a chance to turn around as it is suddenly just the bolt slams into the tree, and you see there is just like a squirrel arm stuck to the tree and nothing else. The squirrel's obliterated.
Right?
Reverie looks over at Velen and she says, "Was that necessary?"
I'm just sitting here and I'm thinking about my life and my choices that have brought me to this point.
You couldn't.
And-
I admit I am curious. You are an Azamar, yes?
Well, yeah.
What brings an Azamar, a daughter of the Divines, out here, palling around with kindred and rapscallions of this like, as she watches Seeker load another bolt into tree thrower.
I never wanted to do what I was supposed to do, and that's not really a traditional position for one of us to take. So I've kind of walked backwards my way into a mission, and I'm still kind of figuring it out. But the family that bore me was complicated in a different way than this one. So I don't know.
For someone so comfortable with their words, you choose not to use them very much.
I try to avoid people noticing that.
Take it from another noble. Sometimes the courtly graces give you away.
I spend a lot of time in this courting the light, shining it on myself, but it's not ever the point. And sometimes I don't actually know what the force is behind all that personality, you know?
So what do you want? If not the spotlight, if not the attention, which you seem so talented at acquiring, but as soon
Thank
as
you.
you do, it seems as though you're comfortable in shedding it immediately. What do you want?
The moment of impact. But I don't want the responsibility to hold on to it. I don't know.
I think I get it.
When I was first on the road as a, little baby bard learning the tricks of the trade, so to speak. There was he's kind of an idiot. He was a flute player. And he wanted to get married. He wrote me a love letter. I still carry it around so that I can use it as a cautionary tale about letting people think they've gotten close when they actually haven't. But I played the flute and he played the pipes. Music was great. And that was that. I was gone in the morning, and this little team is kind of the first time I've let myself commit to being part of a thing, even if it's kind of a dumb thing and we don't know what we're doing sometimes and we get into stupid shit and sometimes we almost accidentally blow up an entire town. And yeah, I just there's a lot of ways to screw up. There's a lot of ways to screw up, and I don't wanna.
It is. You didn't really tell me what you do want.
I don't know that I know.
Well,
Which I'm sure drives Dawes absolutely insane because knowing what you want and going for it is exactly his thing.
you see,
But
like she's thinking for a moment. As a god of ambition, yes, I imagine he would be frustrated about that.
I drive him. But that's the thing. I never knew what I wanted besides to not be the thing that was. I was supposed to be important, and it ruined everything. And I didn't want it, and I never got a chance to choose. So what I chose for myself was to run away and just be awesome. And it worked for a while, but it was pretty lonely.
Do you know, talking to you is an awful lot like looking in a mirror.
Well, that's because we're both pretty awesome.
Agreed. But I ran away from home and escaped to the Marigard. If you've heard of them.
Oh, I've heard. I knew a contractor once, not for very long.
Did my time with them. All in an effort to make something of myself.
Was that what you wanted? To become something?
I wanted to prove I had strength beyond what my sisters saw in me. What my father saw in me. Because they didn't think I had much.
No, they were dumb.
I agree. Get along with a couple of them now. Dora is now a leader of a fleet, so perhaps I'm not quite up to snuff, but you do your best.
You choose your own path.
Mm-hmm. So as you travel with these... What's a kind word?
They're my
Right, no, you can be rude. It's fine.
That wouldn't be courtly of me. As you travel with your friends, I'm going to give you a piece of advice that somebody once gave to me. I hope it works, because it didn't really work for me either, but maybe it will.
I'm all ears.
Look to them for what you want, because perhaps you already have it.
I'm not
Right.
sure what to make of that one.
That won't work for me, but thank you though.
Well, as you murder woodland creatures, I wasn't really talking to you, Seeker. That I don't think I'd give you that advice.
I had no idea that you hated rodents so much.
Right? No, listen.
They don't
I
even
had to
stand a chance.
Right? No, but I had to understand how it works and how it feels. And it was there. All right.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I do my ritual dance. But I'm
wait,
glad
that
that
confused
the
me.
wholesale murder of fluffy
Identify
creatures has...
But I didn't. All right. Well,
It is a
I'm
very
in the hole. I'll
nice...
just stay here. It's fine.
It is a very
It's a-
nice crossbow.
I look forward to seeing you use it on something that deserves it.
I will say, it looks much better in your hands than in wee little Killian's.
Yeah.
Thank you. And he'll pull up Joffrey and he'll go, "Are you hungry, Joffrey?"
Yeah!
He'll just feed him as he feels bad about killing a squirrel now.
Okay. I need a perception check. Reverie will grant you advantage. Because she's not actually super good at it.
Okay.
And I need a D100.
Deception! Shit. Okay.
Boy,
Well-
I guess let me roll too.
You can roll if you'd like, yeah.
Boy, nope.
9?
9 D100, 9 perception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Boy, we might be fucked.
Hold on. That might be a thing.
you
What have I
got
done?
your dragon, dude.
Dragon.
Oh,
dragon.
No, we've already encountered a dragon on the road to Malachor, and it was mean.
On
Another
the road again.
Okay.
Another one.
Here's what happens. Seeker. Oh, you rolled so bad on perception.
I'm
Okay.
sure fucking
Oh God.
I'm too busy feeding Joffrey.
Even -1.
Even
Oh, yeah,
so
minus
it's
an
Oh,
8.
yeah, it's actually an 8.
Okay, here's what actually happens. As the three of you are talking, mildly ridiculing Seeker for slaying woodland creatures, suddenly, Velen, you hear a voice that you don't hear often in your mind. This is your short sort of warning. I am here to alert you. You are being approached by nefarious fiends. Be prepared.
Oh, shit, it's Werner!
Everyone you hear, wake up. Bad things are happening.
Huh?
Boy.
As Velen yells, "Oh shit, it's murder!"
All of
And
you are
everybody
suddenly
goes,
sharply
"What?"
awoken by a short sort of warning. Because you cannot be surprised with a short sort of warning.
Hooray.
You see, with your terrible perception rolls, well, 13's not terrible. You look up and you see the trees are shifting. And you see two blue shapes are suddenly lurching forward.
Dragons.
Not dragons.
Two blue
Werewolves.
dragons.
Werewolves.
You
Stop
recognize... You can keep trying. Go ahead. Any other guesses? No, by all means. Let's hear what else it might be.
No,
Stalker.
Let's
Trolls.
just get it. Just get it.
Can I? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yes, please,
Yeah.
please, sir.
Okay. Good God.
That thing.
Okay.
That's scary. I
What?
don't like that thing.
The chat.
Should put a creepy gif in the chat.
They're blue
Oh.
meanies.
Okay,
That movie was
so
so weird.
it was emerging from the tree line and moving quickly towards you guys in an ambush formation, but you're not surprised, are a pair of Remoras.
Oh shit!
Oh,
Velen,
great.
you recognize it.
Oh shit.
That
Oh.
thing.
Oh, it looks so
Fuck.
mean.
Fuck.
When I hover over it, I see Claudia.
When I
Yeah,
hover over to see
Foundry's
Katja.
broken. Hang on.
Sad.
They're both arty for me.
That tracks. At least
Oh,
that
now
makes
they're both
sense.
arty for me too. What the fuck?
Hell yeah. He's taking over.
That's me. Yeah,
Okay.
they're my brothers.
Are they?
Twins.
One moment while I fix the dumb.
Oh,
While I fix the dumb.
fine.
Ba-dum. Sorry, Eve.
Meow.
No, don't leave. You're so cute. She left.
If you hover over different people, it turns it into it.
Sure does.
Yeah,
So
you
whoever
hover
the
over one
last
person
person-
and then go back to them. It's the person you.
Yeah,
hovered
you don't have to fix it, Echo. It's fine.
I fixed it.
Oh, he
Yes, you
did.
did.
Oh.
Those are
you did.
big and scary.
Oh my god, that's terrifying.
Yeah. That's,
Let me just go ahead and... Yep, there's two of them as they are emerging outside the campsite, and I would like everyone to please roll initiative.
Yeah.
God
Minus
damn
one
it.
seeker.
God damn it!
Oh, Emily.
Oh, I did great. Nice. I'm assuming I don't have time to change my spells.
Seeker,
since I
you're
woke up
fucking-
fucking-
This is
fuck
actually-
on.
You are a speedy boy now. Why is your initiative so bad?
That's a good
Yeah,
question.
how do you have a +1?
Did it only?
Did
Oh,
your
you
character
have
sheet
not-
get updated?
We have not updated
Oh,
the
you have
character
not
sheet.
updated me.
Yeah, like you're supposed to have a 6 minimum. Like
So,
you still
You
rolled
should-
piss poor.
yeah, you should be at a 13.
A 13.
Oh,
yeah.
it's because a D&D Beyond importer's broken right now. Please, if you don't
Hooray.
mind, run from D&D Beyond, your character sheet on D&D Beyond, because the character sheets from Foundry don't work for some reason, and I'm going to have to troubleshoot that. I
Oh,
apologize.
This is my jam.
That's good.
Oh yeah, I like this. I
Yeah.
like this music
Painted
too.
black.
This is one of
Yeah.
my favorites.
Yep.
I've forgotten how to fight as Claudia.
Will you update my initiative to a 13?
A 13, man, you really got much faster.
Katja's way down there
Do I
too,
want to
isn't
blow
she,
my
Emily?
only inspo for?
No.
fucking-
No, you
No,
don't.
No, you're gonna
Don't
need
do
it to
that.
survive,
Do
probably.
I think these things weigh more than 500 pounds.
Oh yeah, each one's huge.
Okay. Okay.
You expect them to weigh close to 2,000 pounds.
Oh.
And
Okay.
they're just creatures, they're not being ridden or anything.
They are monstrosities. They're not being ridden by anything. They appear to be hungry.
Fair.
And I can't change spells since we got woken up abruptly.
You have not actually completed your long rest, so no.
Okay.
You're close to it. You're like an hour short of your long rest, which is when you would complete your
Cool.
long rest. But you're almost there. Claudia, you're up first.
Oh my god.
They are fastly approaching. Each one is about 30 feet away from your campsite.
Okay. 30 feet. All right. Great. So I'm gonna use my bonus action to cast Hex on this one.
Okay. It is cursed.
Hex. And my hex roll was a 5. That's great.
What
Okay.
attribute are you hexing?
Strength. These look pretty tough.
They do, yes.
And then I'm going to take out Talos Touch.
Velen,
and
you remember
Stab a bitch.
Remorazes deal fire damage when you hit them with a melee attack.
Oh, well, it's great that I'm doing that.
Yeah.
I
I'm
missed.
I
giving
mean,
you this
Velen
foreshadow.
could shout that like, "It'll burn you if you touch it." Try
Which
to
is
stay
why I
range.
missed my first attack. I had to reconnect my character sheet. I'm sorry. I rolled a 10 total for that first hit.
My fire resistant armor is about to come in
Already
handy.
coming in clutch.
Okay,
So
so how much
soon.
did you hit for?
I didn't
None.
hit.
Oh, you
well,
missed.
I rolled a 10 total.
No,
So she'll
that
like look
doesn't
over
mean
her
anything.
shoulder and be like, "What am I supposed to do then?" And stab it again. Because
All right.
what
you
else
hit
is
it.
she gonna? She
Go
can't
ahead.
use Stylo Guard anymore. She's broken.
You have, like,
Dirty
Eldritch
20 to
Blast.
hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You don't have Eldritch Blast?
I didn't take Eldritch Blast. I'm not your average.
She's not like other warlocks.
I'm not like other
That's what they
warlocks.
all say.
Okay, I don't know why it's not appearing in the chat anymore.
Good looking burn.
I connected my shit. Okay, whatever. My total damage is 4, so 8 plus the 5 for hex.
So 13?
Yeah, and you know what? Treat myself. Action surge because
Okay.
Could treat myself.
Uh,
I'm about to finish a long rest anyway.
treat yourself.
What sort of weapon are you hitting it with?
Talos Touch.
Okay.
I believe that is it was a weird word. Oh, ricotta.
A falcata.
Same thing.
Yeah,
focaccia.
ricotta.
It's a cheese.
The focaccia.
Hey, ricotta. No, it's...
I'm hitting it with cheese.
Toast this
So-
for me. Okay.
Do I take damage after that first stab?
You do. You take, let's see here. It's a little bit of a toasty. You take 10 fire damage.
10? Oh my god.
Burn, baby, burn.
Disco Inferno.
So what happens is, as Talos Touch slashes into the Remoraz's scales, it cuts a cleave, and this green blood splashes out at you. And as it does, it's steaming and boiling hot. You feel it scold your flesh as it gets to you.
Claudia just replies, "Velen, you were right."
Keep stabbing.
I'm gonna stab it one more time, and I'm gonna try to trip attack it. I don't know if you can trip this. It doesn't look
You can
fucking
give it
right.
a shot. It doesn't.
Alright.
It's not immune to prone, so
But it has so many feet.
Yeah.
they're all
I'm
on
gonna
one
try to cut
side.
some of those feet. So that is a 19 to hit.
That hits.
So my damage is. I feel like I've got a lot of moving parts, but I really don't. 6 plus the d6 for hex. I don't know why it's not appearing in the chat. I've updated it.
It did that time.
So,
Well, that's because you rolled it in this.
yeah, exactly. So I don't know what's happening. 11 plus the d8
Okay.
is 7. So
Okay.
18, and it is a DC 15 strength save to fall on its butt, on its many butts, or I don't know how many butts.
It has one butt. That is a 13.
Oh my god! It
Okay, so what happens
I
is
cut the legs out from under it.
you slash across, like, you take one big swipe. The magical falcata seems to cleave across the hardened carapace of legs one after the other, just down the line.
Yeah.
And as it does, this Remoraz whips around to you, turning too quickly. Injured on all those legs, it just slumps over to the side. It is prone.
Do I take damage from that?
Yes, you
hit?
take 10 fire damage.
Oh, is it 10 every time?
I could roll if you'd prefer.
That's
That's
the
the
average, my
average.
friend. You do
Okay,
not
I'll
want him to roll.
I'll take 10, and then
Okay.
my last attack is at advantage because it's down. And
Ah,
Claudia,
damn.
while she's sinking it, her last strike into it, she's thinking to Tallow, "Can you eat one of these?"
I don't see why not.
I rolled a 24 to hit,
Yeah, you hit.
so my damage is 7 plus hex is 10 total.
Okay.
And then I take 10 because ow,
Yeah, you
owie,
take 10.
ow.
Yes.
It burns!
Okay.
Don't, for the love of God, get in melee with it.
That's Claudia's turn. It's now the prone Remoraz's turn. It is going to try to bite you because it didn't like that. That is a 22 to hit.
That just hits.
Okay. It's gonna
You
be
have a 22 AC?
I have a 21 AC.
Jesus Christ.
Me too. Me too.
Yeah.
okay. You take what kind of damage is this?
Okay, I'm not there.
It's good to know. 30 points of piercing and 11 fire damage.
Oh no.
So the piercing. Oh my god. Okay, the piercing isn't magic, right?
Correct. It's a mundane bite.
So wait, sorry, the math is it was 30
So,
piercing.
30 piercing. You take off 10 for your damage resistance, and that's 20.
And then halved.
So 10.
10.
And then 11 fire.
Oh my god. Guys, help.
I know, completely ignored the warning I got. Shield push reaction with propulsion shield.
Before
Yeah.
before that
Leading
can
its ragdoll
happen,
body.
you are grappled.
Oh.
So you might be going with it.
Oh no.
How can I yeet myself with it?
The shield is magical.
Oh. Okay. So it grapples me, like no save?
As it bites you, you are grappled. That is
Okay,
just what
so
happens.
We both go in a tumbling ball of flailing legs.
It is a
feet
huge
back.
creature. I don't know if the shield can shove a creature large or bigger.
It doesn't have a.
This is a question for Artie.
Yeah.
Let me see. Unless it specifies otherwise. If the weather you can use it after being hit by a melee attack, it doesn't specify at all.
Okay.
So that would be you, I guess, unless they have a.
How far is it moved?
Up to 15 feet, and I said 15. 'cause that's
Okay,
how far
it
you
is
wanted to push it.
grappling you, so it moves half that. So it moves
So
7 feet backward. And
We
you are
pulled
dragged with it.
fully over. That's help.
So what actually happens is, as it bites you, the shield, and the entire creature is like launched backward, but it stays upright, and all of its feet just scrabble in the dirt as you are shoved in the opposite direction.
Is it no longer prone? Because it had its turn and it got up, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it stood up on its turn.
Okay.
I
So
should
Claudia's
remove the
screaming for help.
noter. Velen, you know that if Claudia remains in its mouth at the beginning of its next turn, it might try to swallow her. Next.
Now, Velen has a plan. This is a terrifying sentence.
It's Reverie's
She does
turn.
plan.
Tess also has a plan. Tess has a backup plan.
Okay.
Reverie sees this going on, and she kind of...
Get
what does she do?
Alright, I'm in his mouth now.
Reverie is going to... What level does this cast at? Very high level.
Yeah.
Okay, she's not going to do that. She imbues herself with the effects of haste, suddenly moving very quickly. And she sprints up, and she saw the... Where did Claudia go?
I'm in its mouth.
Oh, okay.
Well,
She sprints up, but she doesn't get quite in melee as she has the rapier, the Vorpal rapier out. She's looking at this creature. She flips it over to her other hand and draws a pistol and just...
I love it.
Hold on. Okay. Okay, that hits anything. Hold on.
Guys, that thing fucked me up.
I bet it did.
You fucked yourself up.
Yeah,
Next
I
hit.
did hear the warning.
That hits.
You did like 30
That
fire
hits.
damage to yourself.
I didn't hear the warning. What was it?
That melee attacks deal damage to you. They deal
Fire
fire
damage.
damage to you.
I don't like
Damage.
Sorry.
No, it hurted.
Oh, you have so many
You
punches.
you do have to be within 5 feet, so if you have anything ranged... Okay.
I used to have range.
Throw shit at it, man, and quit whining
Your
about it.
fault.
Hold on, let me,
that. And then you betray your father.
Okay, so that's 10.
Forgive
9,
me, Gideon, for I have
18.
sinned.
He's like, "That's
Well,
fine,
you
I was
did
gonna-"
try to get your new
29.
dad to eat one.
Okay, over the 4 shots,
Oh,
Reverie
my
deals
God.
34 points of piercing damage to the Reverie.
Nice.
Nice.
Tallow is like the unwanted boyfriend
Ooh.
of my
Uh,
mother that I never asked for, who's
Oh.
trying to be my stepfather.
That's really funny because there was a previous Tallow that became my stepfather. Anyway,
Artie,
Those and being stepfathers.
Yeah,
you're up.
me. It's me, yeah,
it's
boy.
me, Artie.
How far are they?
From you, 30 feet.
Okay. With my bonus action, I'm gonna pop out my Eldritch Cannon, and I'm gonna fire 2 shots at this guy.
The
with
right one
Eldritch
or the one
Cannon.
with Claudia in it?
The one, right one.
Okay.
Not the one with Claudia. This Claudia will be fine. So it's my spell attack to hit. It's only 1 shot. I'm sorry. It gets the 2 things. 20 to hit,
That hits.
and it is 2d8 force and push back 5 feet. Double ones, baby.
Oh, buddy.
Okay.
Oh.
Force damage, though,
Awesome.
and it's pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
I'm gonna
that
go.
all 2 points of force damage goes right through.
Yep, and I'm gonna go over by my big friends over here, and I'm gonna cast Sanctuary on Claudia.
Oh, thanks.
Sanctuary.
So as she's in the mouth, you see this. It almost looks like a magical shield of
Ooh.
like just steel, like surrounds her, but it's like kind of ethereal in blue Banasite color.
Oh, well, it's
it
green.
will-
I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Okay.
It's gonna be a 17 Wisdom save to attack her.
Okay.
Unless I break it by attacking, right?
That could happen, yeah.
Yes. You know that's how it works too, because we
I
have
do.
done this before. Okay.
Every time you cast it, somebody breaks it almost immediately.
It's now this
Might as
Remoraz's
well
turn.
keep up the tradition.
Okay, that also happens to Tess when she casts it.
Wait, which
literally
one?
on
It's a
Artie
sanctuary.
as a spell.
This one.
This one.
The right one.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys are laid out as you are. It is going to
It's gonna eat Kacha, right?
slither up right forward, and yeah, it's going to bite Kacha.
Nom, nom, nom. I mean, she is a
Another-
tasty snack.
That
True,
definitely
Kacha didn't
hits.
snack.
I should have stepped in front of her.
Kacha-
Oh, no, you shouldn't have.
Kacha
I
takes...
think she can handle it. I think she can handle it, buddy.
Okay, Kacha takes 40 points of piercing and 10 fire.
Thank God I
Okay,
didn't
I
step
take
in
it back. I
front
take
of
it back.
her.
Oh!
You just stepped in
Fuck
front
that.
I
of
don't
her.
think she has half resistance anywhere like I do.
No, she doesn't.
Oof.
She's tough, but
She's like,
she doesn't have resistance, so
Jesus.
just that kind of damage. And she's in its mouth. She's grappled.
Oh my god.
Me too, Kacha.
I dropped Sanctuary and cast it on Kacha.
Hell
Fuck you.
yeah.
I just used
Listen.
your shield for the second time.
As she's in its mouth, she like has the quarterstaff up, and she's like trying to prise the mouth open, and you hear her just say, "Triumph! What the fuck?" Valen, you're up.
Oh man, I was gonna do a thing to help Claudia, and now Katya's in exactly the same situation.
Save her. I have more at my disposal, I suppose.
Can I
could
get to
take a
both of
bite
them?
better.
Am I 30 feet away from both? Where's?
Yeah, they're 30 feet away. The one on the left is actually 40 feet away because of the shield
Okay.
push.
So I
Sorry.
can't actually get to that one. So I am gonna go up to Katya. How high up? Like, can I reach her?
Yeah, she's 10 feet in the air. But she has feet at the bottom of her.
Okay, I'm gonna jump up and slap her foot, and I'm gonna cast Freedom of Movement.
Okay.
High foot.
Hell yeah! The Velen spell, freedom of
Yep.
movement.
Spellin'. That's right. The spell specifically designed for Valen.
The
You telling
spell
me you don't wanna
specifically for
use-
Velen.
The oils I made for you.
Those are for me.
Yeah. No. Oh, okay. Good.
That's
good.
my lubrication.
Okay.
The
Then
loop is mine.
Kacha can use 5 feet of movement on her turn to slip free. Got it.
Yeah.
All right. Anything else on your turn?
Bonus action. We changed the rules so I could do a bonus action healing word, right?
Yeah,
use
you-
2 leveled
You can
spells.
use 2 leveled spells on a turn so long as you have the action economy.
I do. So I'm also going to healing word Katya because Katya. Sorry. I don't know why I keep doing that. Anyway, it's gonna be a 2nd level healing word. So she can have 10.
Okay. As these things happen, oops, don't hurt her for 10.
No.
Now you got a healer for 20.
As that happens, Kacha looks over at Triumph and she says, "Never mind, I'm good. Thanks, Hottie."
You got it, big girl. All right.
You're right, I
so-
fucking do. It's
I want them to call me big girl.
I bet
Triumph.
you do.
Triumph's turn. What does Triumph do, I wonder? He has things.
Spiritual weapon. I mean, what spirit guardians? That's what I meant. So it can be stuck on the page for eons to come.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
I can hear Velen laughing from here. I mean, Sal.
Same thing, really.
Okay. Sorry, reading a bunch of spells.
New character, who dis?
I
Old
mean,
character, who
it's
dis?
not a new character, but it's one I haven't touched in aeons.
Old character, who dis?
Okay. Yeah, that'll probably do the trick. Yep. He casts Summon Celestial.
Ooh.
Right here, man.
Velen just teleports.
Velen just
15
waves.
feet.
Hi.
No, I am not a Celestial of Magos.
Triumph,
Dogs of Magos, like, not so much.
Doggos.
Triumph opens his book and he looks over at Kacha and he just reads a line and you just hear him say, in Celestial, you understand, he says, Parthera, we require your aid. And then a giant planetar
Oh my
appears next to Kacha.
Yeah, damn. Big dick energy from Triumph over here.
Okay, buddy.
And as it appears, it's going to make a number of attacks. Okay.
I'm gonna reverse time after it does. Be like, yeah, bitch. Now he's gone.
That would be so funny.
I'm
And
just a
awful.
freaking believe in time magic, bitch.
It is not a responsible use.
Rayshad
She
shows up
wants
and
to.
just, like, with the Obama face.
As the Celestial brings this enormous, glowing morning star down on the head of the Remoraz for 2 attacks, the Remoraz takes 35 points of radiant damage.
Oh my god.
The Celestial, this planetar of Magos, then points at you, Claudia, and you gain...
Kills me instantly.
you just die. You gain 13 points of temporary HP.
Whoa!
As in, like, just temp hit points?
Yeah, you just have temp HP
Okay,
on top of
gotcha.
whatever you got. 13.
Does the planetar take fire damage too?
Hold on. I believe it does. I have to look at its resistances. Radiant. Oh, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, it takes fire damage. Yeah, it takes 20. It is still here.
So chubby.
Okay. I need a icon to represent this fucking thing. Hold on. It's rare that I get to,
Now
you
I
know.
get to see what Cauldron does on her turn.
She's
Considering how ouchy the punching will be.
Oh, that thing is dope.
Well, she's got her. I mean, I'm
She's
not
got her
taking
tattoo.
Frog's turn, but she's got her longy.
Oh, she has reach. God damn it.
Agreed.
I mean, I'm not upset that Call's not getting. I mean,
Damn it,
I am
Cauldron's
a
is
little-
safe.
I didn't want to be the only dipshit.
Well, there's Kacha.
Oh,
All right,
hooray!
Cauldron,
She
you're
didn't
up.
run
What
up
do you
to
do?
it. She just
You
got it.
you literally had the warning, Claudia. You didn't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Cauldron is going to activate her Eldritch Claw tattoo.
Damn it.
That gives her a
Damn it, she's
reach
safe.
of 15 feet.
Nice.
And
Rude.
she's gonna run to this one first because she can.
Oh, never
run
mind. I love you.
Super far. Well, she's not gonna run all the way up to it. Excuse me. She's gonna stay 10 feet away.
I understood. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And
You don't
attack.
run into the wall. All right.
Nope.
Make your attacks.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Remind me, you have 10 feet of reach?
15.
50. Okay, yeah. Go ahead.
You get plus
Punch.
ones on attacks and
Punch.
damage too.
Oh, well, that was a 28 to hit, so 29 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. On a
Okay.
natural 19.
That's 12. I think I also get something for this tattoo.
Plus one if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, plus 1. So
Yep.
13 points of damage on the first hit.
Hell
Here,
yeah.
huh? Yeah.
And then we're gonna do it again, hopefully.
You can do
Yeah,
it.
probably. So 23 to hit. So
Yes, that
miss.
hits.
Roll damages again. So 10 damage.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna spend a key point to do a flurry of blows, shocking
Bop,
nobody.
bop, bop,
Okay.
bop,
Yeah.
bop, bop.
What effect do you apply with your flurry of blows?
How?
The one that changes time.
Like I feel like
They
I
all
should
do.
just stun it so it can't swallow her.
I would appreciate it.
Okay.
Oh, what is that?
You can just use a stunning strike on your
Yeah,
strikes.
I think I'm just gonna use a stunning strike
But
instead of.
But because you're using flurry of blows, you also get one
that's
of
right.
those
Oh,
effects.
I can use stunning strike on
You
my
get a
attacks. I thought
freebie.
it was only flurry of blows. I don't remember how to play this game.
You can
Okay.
stunning strike. You could, if you want to, use stunning strike
Yeah,
on
can I
both of
try
those
to
attacks.
stunning strike on that second one at least?
Yes.
Alright.
What's your DC?
Okay. Crap.
15.
Is it a con save 15?
Sure.
I.
What?
Yeah, it is.
Hang
Alright.
hang on.
Is your wisdom a +5?
+4.
So 14. right?
DC 15 con. Yes.
Oh, 15.
Okay, con. Yes, it succeeds with a 13 plus 5, 18.
I figured. Okay.
It is a chunky boy.
Relatable.
I would spend another key point and try the other attack that hit then.
Okay.
Maybe he can roll low.
In the future, please declare these on the attack.
Yes, of course. I'm
Still
sorry.
learning.
That's a 13. It is stunned.
Just remembering. Okay, yeah, he's still safe.
Incredible.
Okay.
Suddenly, it cannot move. It is. It
Oh, it
just.
worked.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
concentrating on being stunned.
Nice. Good job, buddy.
You now have advantage on your flurry of blow strikes.
Hey.
Yes. And I mean, I'm threatening it, so.
Yeah, good job. No, you're not. You have sanctuary. Do you really threaten when you have sanctuary?
Threatening it doesn't matter. You're in its mouth.
I just wanted
You're
to
not
say that
flanking
was
it.
helping.
Okay.
Also not a rogue?
I
I
just
just
want to be
wanna-
part of it.
Oh, you're
Are,
part
you're
of
in
it.
its mouth.
I'm gonna become part of
Does
its
this-
digestion.
Does a 16 hit?
A 16 plus
That was with
1 because of
advantage.
your barrier tattoo.
Yes.
So 17.
17? Uh-huh.
Its AC is 17.
Nice.
But you have advantage, so you should roll again to see if it's a crit.
What?
Oh, that's true. I'll just do it.
All right. So 11 bludgeoning damage.
Since I messed up on the stunning strike, I'll just roll advantage on the second one since I did hit one. Bam. Come on. Come on.
It's
Come
trying. It's thinking
I know.
about it.
Ooh,
It's like waiting for the
17.
bowling ball return. Yeah, that hits.
Okay, yep, that hits. So it would be 18. And then another 10 damage.
Okay.
Damages.
Damn.
Yeah. You
Okay.
just.
Yeah.
You just dart up and just. And the Rimmer is just holding onto Claudia, but it is now like this acidic drool is just spilling out around Claudia as it has lost its motor functions for a moment.
And this one is incapacitated for a second.
Yep, Seeker, I believe you're up.
All right. So Seeker is going to get within 10 feet of this thing.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to use his channel divinity, and use
Foul
the
Enmity?
vow of. Yep.
Okay.
And what this looks like is he'll point to this thing and he'll say, "You're gonna be my first sacrifice," and you watch as like this
Whoa.
big scratch in its chest forms into a fang that starts dripping blood, and it looks like this.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Then he'll step back, he'll cast haste, and take 2 shots.
Okay.
What does Vow of Enmity mean?
He has advantage
He has
on his
advantage.
attack against this
Oh
target.
yeah.
I'm gonna bump that up with my inspiration to make it a
Wait,
net.
why is this one all glowy now?
It's got fucked up.
Oh. Oh, I see. This one has a little blood.
Well, that's about to change. All right, go ahead and roll the crit with Tree Thrower.
Oh my god.
Okay. It deals additional...
shit damage.
well, hold on. Tree Thrower does additional damage on a crit, so that's 18 plus 6, 24. Jesus Christ. 24 plus 12 is 36, plus 8, 44, plus the 3d12 on a critical hit of 9, so
my
that's
God.
53 points of damage in one shot.
Holy fuck! Good thing you practiced on that squirrel.
Exactly. And I'm
Helped you.
taking another shot.
Build
Okay.
up.
21.
Yeah, that hits.
Uh, 19 damage.
Yes, that...
Oh, and that's 2 strength saves.
All right. It's pretty strong. That's a 23 for the first one.
Yep.
And then a 19 for the second one.
Yep, he's fine.
He doesn't move, but it hurts as these enormous ballista bolts slam into the Remoraz. Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
It's now Katja's turn. Katja will use 5 feet of movement and free herself from the grapple. She rolls her shoulders with the quarterstaff and then is going to just unload. Hold on. Wait. Yes.
Range.
She remembers that. She she
So
like
I'm
raises
the
the
only dipshit.
quarterstaff and then is like, this is gonna hurt.
Monks are wise. Come on, Katja.
Yeah,
Very
she's
wise.
smarter than that.
Should we have 2 monks in the party?
She backs up.
She's got a rifle.
Yeah, she's got a patient defense as she backs up. So this Remoraz does take an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
Wait,
It
doesn't
already
she
missed.
get the disengage too?
She
As
didn't
a
want it.
bonus action?
She wants
She doesn't want
she
to.
wants disadvantage on attacks against her for
Okay,
the
fair.
entire round. You can question my decisions when you're the DM, okay?
We don't question yours until after.
She
Alright.
raises her own rifle. And she's going to take an attack.
Everyone has range but me.
You could fix that.
No.
Yes, you could.
That's a
I
dirty
had
20 to hit.
range.
Okay, rolling damage. 31 points of damage. Okay. That's Katja's turn. Tess, we're finally to you.
Man, I was gonna do some cool shit, and now like the
Everything's
thing looks
done.
too full. Yeah, everything's done. So this thing that has a ton of blood on it, how fucked up does it look? Real fucked up?
It's nearly critical.
Okay. Then we'll just
It's also
let
stunned.
It is also
It's
stunned.
also... Oh, it's also stunned.
It doesn't get to do anything about its horrible situation right now.
Save Claudia.
Yeah, sure.
No, you
what
still hate her. Let her suffer.
No, there's no hate.
like it's nearly critical. Whatever. We don't want it to get another shot. We'll chuck a second level guiding bolt at it.
Okay. Roll your spell attack at advantage.
Yep. It's 23.
That hits. Roll damage.
Oh, damn. I traded my aura of damage for
It's not actually super great damage. That's 17 and it's glowing.
Okay, the next attack has advantage on advantage.
Everyone already had advantage on it. I was hoping Tess could at least kill it. Alas.
It's
Yeah,
pretty
you
low,
can
but it's not
advantage.
that low.
Okay. Yeah, I rolled a lot of ones on that guiding bolt. Okay, so it's still stunned. Tess kind of curses, because she could have done something else, but that's fine. She's going to bonus action. How low do people like? It's just Katja and
Claudia
Katja
is
and
pretty
Claudia?
fucked up. Katja is also fairly fucked up.
I'm literally only fucked up because of my own choices.
Is anyone
Yeah,
else?
she wanted to.
That's it. The
Is anyone
Remoraz hasn't
No,
gotten
I'm
a chance
so
to do anything
healthy.
else.
All right. In that case, we'll third level spiritual weapon and bop it again with a spiritual weapon.
Okay, the spiritual weapon has advantage because it is
You're
stunned.
gonna finish this bitch.
I'm mad. I mean, it only does 1d8 plus 5, so it's unlikely.
Yes.
That's a... Yeah, 19 hits. Oh, a 29 hits. You roll a natural 19.
29 definitely hits. It's not worth bumping it up to a critical. 7 extra force damage.
Yeah. The spiritual weapon slams into the Remoraz, and it's just... like bones are breaking. It's drooling all around Claudia. It cannot do anything about what's happening.
This
For
is
the record-
horrible.
For the record, Tessa's spiritual weapon still looks like Rev's rapier.
Okay.
Oh.
Claudia. You're in its mouth still,
Oh,
but
fuck.
it's stunned, so it can't do anything about that at the
She's
moment.
gonna get out of its mouth.
Okay, there's no contested roll because it's stunned.
So
Hey.
drops to the ground and rolls away.
Just keeps
That
rolling.
injured
Bye.
dog. Bye. How many fucking ranged weapons? Son of a bitch. Oh. Okay, I guess I could try this. Oh, she's gonna look at. Oh, bye. Let me just left. She's gonna look at this fucker who fucked her up, and she is going to use a spell. Oh, his power went out. She's gonna use Mind Spike on it.
Oh.
So that's a Wisdom 14 save. It's gonna pop its little brain if she can.
Surely.
Okay,
they got
that is a 12.
Hooray! 3d8.
Roll
Is that a
damage.
Sanctuary? Take
You-
Sanctuary down?
there it is, it's gone.
Well, hopefully it's dead. I rolled. Oh god, I rolled 14 psychic damage.
The Remoraz slumps over onto the ground. Dead. Its
I want
mouth,
you to
just green blood, just out all over the ground.
I want you to know that since it failed its save, I know where it is at all times.
You do?
even
You
if
know
it becomes-
exactly where it is.
It's pretty dead, so I think we all know where it is at all times.
And then Claudia is going to duck behind Triumph because he looks like a wall of meat.
Okay.
You should go over closer to the other one.
Wow.
Why? Why would I do
So
that?
you can cast Sanctuary again.
Well, that would be stupid.
You hear in your head, you hear Micah say, this is quite foul, but it will serve.
Oh, did you get it? Did you eat it?
A taste of it.
Oh.
Reverie's turn. Reverie, seeing that one handled, will whip around, raise her own pistol, and this time she will hex. And then take 3 pistol attacks.
The most common paladin spell, Hex.
Exactly. That that hits. That's a natural 1. I need to roll to see if the gun misfires.
Explodes in her face.
It does not. Second attack, or third attack, hits. So she hits with 2 attacks. Okay. Rolling hex damage. So that's 6 plus... Okay, so that's 12 damage for the first shot, and then 15 damage for the second shot. Okay, so... And that's Reverie's turn. Artie, you're up.
Eldritch Cannon on the guy.
Yeah, go for it.
That's not good. No hit on that.
Afraid
let's
not.
switch it up. I'm gonna crank my little knob, the dial on my
I
fucking
hate
Gonna
this
thing.
crank your
sentence.
little knob, huh?
Oh my
Crank my
god.
little knob, and I'm gonna switch it to fucking cold, and I'm gonna do a ray of frost.
Okay. It has no effect.
Okay.
Aw. But he rolled so well.
I'm sorry. It is immune to cold damage.
I figured it was immune to fire since it was fire.
It is.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
It is
good
immune
An
idea.
to both.
avatar.
And then I go over here.
You
You
watch
are
as
fantastic.
the ray of frost from, like, as soon as the ray hits it, the inner heated body seems to just melt the ray before it even gets to the creature, and just water just on the side of it.
Gave it a bath.
I was being lazy and didn't want to do 2 Eldritch Blasts, so that's on me. That's
Uh,
on me.
it's,
That's my turn.
Okay, this Remoraz's turn. It's gone real bad for this monstrosity. It's going to flee. So
Planetar, get it.
calm your tits. I believe the Planetar gets an attack opportunity. Nobody else is in melee with it, so the Planetar will make a strike as the Remoraz is trying to burrow and action dash. The Planetar hits. Okay. Hold on. Yeah, I'll just roll it here. Okay. Triumph's Planetar cleaves into the Remoraz as it begins to turn and burrow its head into the ground, and the radiant greatsword just... and the Remoraz is just dead.
Ray.
Yep. And that's the end of combat.
That's a fucking way to wake up. I'll go back to sleep.
Wow.
Immediately, Triumph dismisses the Celestial Guardian.
Cool.
Do I know if there are bits of a Remoraz that will be worth money?
Hold on.
I'll take a look in an hour when I wake up.
So, short answer is yes. It's also very hard to acquire. There is what's called a magma gland within a Remoraz. It is basically a magical organ that contains literally liquid magma. It keeps it stirring, and it's what
magma.
liquid hot magma.
Flaming hot magma.
Sorry.
But as
All
that
right,
happens,
when Artie wakes up, I'll beg him to
Do you,
get it out.
do you want me to do it now? I could do it now.
You could go to sleep first.
Okay.
I want you to be nice and rested when you tackle
Do I
the flaming hot
know-
magma gland.
Do I know if I wait an hour or two, is it going to be fucked up by then?
roll me an Arcana.
22.
You know
Rolls
that
6.
for a Remoraz, the body itself, once the Remoraz is deceased, the magma gland begins to cook the Remoraz from the inside out, which actually will make acquiring the magma gland easier after a certain amount of time. So if you wait 4 hours, it'll be much easier to get the magma gland, but also everything else within the Remoraz will be useless.
Yeah, give me
And-
like 4 hours. It'll cook itself, and then we could just get it.
But are there other parts that could be worth something?
We probably, yeah.
Its hide is very resistant to cold. It can be used for
I
magical items.
Oh.
I can't emphasize this enough. I really need money.
Oh. Oh, okay, yeah. Let's go
Um,
skin this bad boy.
Okay. I'm gonna give Artie a bardic inspiration to use.
I'll guidance myself.
Okay.
So I'm going to take out...
I do know that it's
Uh,
getting really kind of late, so I don't know if we want to go through the whole.
We can handle
don't know.
harvesting the Remorazes off camera. How about that?
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
So, as we get to the time for our session to end, poor Simic has completely disconnected, but I will message him
Yeah.
for his
I-
Archivo.
I've been telling him what's happening.
Oh, we lost somebody else. Oh, God.
Sorry.
Emily? Oh, yep.
I think my microphone just straight up wasn't working.
Oh, boy.
We haven't heard you in a while.
Yeah.
Bummer. Welcome back. We can hear you now.
Hooray!
Sorry.
As we come to the end of the session, first and foremost, thank you all for playing with me tonight. I had a great time. And before we get any farther, let's go ahead and dive into the players' votes for inspiration. We're going to start with the top with Dooch.
So I was thinking, and I was going to give it to either Tess or Claudia, but then I couldn't pick. So I decided on Velin for her little speech she gave, tangent she went on with Triumph. I thought it was really witty
Reverie?
and was it Reverie?
Yeah, it was Rev.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Triumph was there too. I thought it was very witty yet evasive and very on brand for Velin.
Yep.
Like she didn't actually answer anything, but she said a lot.
Dancing a little
Reverie
bit.
commented on that.
Yeah, I thought it
Dancing
was
a little
very,
bit.
very
She was
little. There's a
weirdly,
little.
she was weirdly more honest with Reverie than she has been with
The entire party.
the entire party like the entire time.
Well, 6 months they've been together.
Hellfrog.
I am going to vote for Claudia.
Oh yay!
Oh my god, I can't. Wow, it just like went out of my mind why I was voting for her, but it was it was earlier in the session. And oh my god, she got told something really obvious and she was like, yeah, right. I don't know. It was really cute. It made me laugh. I
Okay.
forgot
I'll
the
re-listen again, and
situation.
I'll think I'll find the moment.
I think what you're talking about is the same thing that I was going to vote for Claudia for, which is that she named her horse after the food.
Yes,
Peanut butter.
She's like, it's not a food, it's a horse. That's what
I
it
thought it was
was.
really funny.
Yeah,
Okay. Pen.
that's Claudia. Oh shit, me?
Yes.
Yes, you.
I'm gonna give it to Tess for being my partner in the dramas. And more specifically because, and I sent this message to her after the conversation had concluded, but like I had like talking points. Obviously, I had planned out what I wanted to say for literally a month. But and I thought I was prepared for what she was going to say in return, but when she said, so it's okay if Seeker, like, you know, killed Tool in the middle of battle, and I did it, but, like, it's fine because he's your brother. Like, I get it. Like, I actually had no response to that. I was like, oh, shit.
Come back.
I guess that is what it looks like.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
is,
didn't
in
even
fact-
think about that.
That is in fact exactly what it looks like to Tess. Yep.
Yeah, and I, like, didn't have anything to say to that. So... kudos. I was like, oh fuck, alright, I guess I didn't look at it from that perspective.
Okay. Before we get to Emily. No, Emily's next. Emily, what's your vote for?
I mean, I'm gonna give it back to you, of course, Pen, because that was a really interesting and intense conversation. I will say, I felt really unprepared because I did not have talking points, and I honestly wasn't even gonna play today because of how ridiculous my life is. But it was a really cool and fun scene, and I feel like at least on Tess's side, the tension is actually amped up instead of dissipating.
Oh
and
yeah,
I'm
no,
excited
there was no
to see where that
conclusion
goes.
in that conversation. They just were basically like, I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you. Okay, we've addressed that. But like,
Well,
no
it's
one
interesting.
got the answer they wanted, or
No one
I
got
don't
the
know what
answer they wanted, and I think that like Tess is actually more upset now because of the way that Claudia addressed her, and kind of made it feel like she didn't have like, it made it feel like she made it feel like she wasn't allowed to have feelings from Tess's perspective. So I'm interested to see how that goes.
Yeah, it's obviously there's going to be unresolved issues going
Yeah.
forward.
Claudia, you
which
should
there
have
were
gave her a
consequences.
wrench. That worked.
Yeah, I should have given her.
The
There actually,
bitches love
there
wrenches.
were consequences in battle. She was gonna cast Healing Word, and she didn't. She cast Spiritual Weapon instead.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Simic votes for Tess for the convo.
Cool.
And we
And
got
then-
one team Claudia, one team Tess.
It's fine.
Okay, Sal.
You know, I wish I could vote for both of you for that, just because it is very, very hard to have that kind of intense RP, and I've done it a lot in text, but not so much out loud with the improv.
Oh yeah, having to think about it.
Whew. So
and
kudos to
reply
both of
in
you.
turn.
But I don't actually want to have to pick between the two of you for your separate roles in that conversation, so I'm just not gonna. And yeah, I really liked Cauldron's joke. To
Yes.
I
already
did
at the
too.
Had
beginning
excellent
of the
jokes.
session.
A+ jokes.
I enjoyed it, so I'm gonna give it to Frog.
Frog, your characters are so funny. They're consistently so funny, and they're
Yeah.
all funny in totally different ways.
Yes,
that
it's
are very
good.
fitting for the
Different ways.
character, and I just love it. It's just like I just love it so much.
Aw, thank you.
And it's unfair that Frog can be funny in multiple different ways, and I can't. Be
I know.
funny in
I'm
one.
so jealous.
So
You can all shut up. You're all funny.
I'm not as funny as me though. I am very funny.
No.
I'm sorry.
As we
Right.
come to the end of the session, I thank you all for playing with me. Our vote is a tie. Claudia and Tess, you both earned an inspiration point for tonight.
Yay.
for the pain and the agony.
Yes. And as we come to the end of it, and we must say thank you all to whoever is watching, whether you be at work or at home. Hi, Penn. Hi, Emily. Hi,
Emily.
everybody else.
Hi, Emily.
We love you all, and I wish you all a good night.
I just feel inspiration.